sure everything's good real quick. Hydrate, I fucking guess. And so last time we essentially went over what had been going on in Eminence and around Ragnar Manor in particular for the last, couple weeks or so during the restoration efforts. A lot of people were putting out bureaucratic fires, helping the wounded, helping rebuild the actual manor itself, since a lot of it got wrecked by the recent incursion by both forces. And after the party did make their decision to hand over the essence that was left over by these powerful artifacts that had condensed into crystal to Silver, General of Villan's hand, the party went and did their own thing for a couple of weeks. Equilibrium went up to... zoom out just a little bit here. Went up to Stardust Ravine to visit his mother and get some research done. Winter had gone back to Shatterhold to train, help out, get some general information, and made a stop back by Opulence to see our dear friend Maldeov and how he was doing in his infernal curio shop. Trent and Art, I believe in particular, were mostly the ones to stay behind, and Trent dealing with, his new responsibilities of being a co-Archon, as well as Art having to deal with a lot of paperwork and volunteering his services to both help find information for Gunter and help him get a lot of the stuff that needed done in writing out of the way, since Gunter had been handling it by himself for the longest time. And Marjorie had decided that there was a coastal disturbance somewhere south, that required her and the crab's attention. So after helping with some of the reconstruction and helping heal some people up a little bit around Eminence, she said her goodbyes and parted ways for the time being, leaving a small sign under the protection of Mount Claw, under the Eminence sign. And at that we come to a pale elven man walking his way up the path toward Eminence, poring over a couple of papers, just kind of different notes and scrawlings and different posters and wanted missives that have been on the walls of taverns and other local shops recently, asking for assistance in Eminence, both with House Ragnar and the recent reconstruction effort. In return, they would be offered money, information, whatever Eminence was able to provide within reason. And on your way there, you do see a large, something a bit unusual on the path, heading away from you, or just off the path, is a large crab and a old half-elven woman kind of just sleeping on top of it, just all along the roadside. It's an unusual sight, but kind of gives you a gauge of what you might be getting into in terms of personalities, with the mixing of cultures in Eminence to come. Blake, if you would like to describe your character.
Yeah, so I am a Winter Eladrin. I have this white hair. My skin is kind of a white with a blue hue to it. and I have some burns along my face and along my arms as well, with eyes that kind of seem like a blizzard. They have that kind of cobalt blue, but if you look deep within them, you can see a like white and light blue flurry that goes about inside of them.
And
Cool.
And as you do make your way, like, there are several merchant carts coming and going. But eventually you do find your way to Eminence at the gate. You see a couple of outside of, this would be going in from outside of Opulence over here. And you would see a couple of cloaked figures with these dragon scale masks. Thank you for reminding me I need to turn those off. You son of a bitch.
Every stream.
Yep. But, god damn it, that's really good. You see a couple of cloaked figures with, dragon scale masks that, seem to be guarding the gates inside just to, like, check paperwork and everything. And one of them kind of, like, halts you on the way in. Just state your business. We can't be too careful these days.
I'm just looking for information, and I gotta help out anywhere I can. Not like it matters, though.
Look, you might need this more than I do right now. And, kind of, like, just takes a flask of whiskey off of his belt and tosses it to you.
Much appreciated. I just chugged the whole thing and kind of tossed the drink aside, or the canister aside.
Well, he starts kind of like, he chuckles a bit and goes to walk over and kind of pick it up so he can use it again later. He's just like, well, go ahead and head in, Mr. What was your name again?
Galen.
Oh, Mr. Galen. If you're ever looking for work, Dragon Shadow lives up on or operates out of the Dragon's Envy Monastery here in the back of Opulence, and we could. He kind of like, you can't see the face behind the mask, like you can faintly see the eyes, but and they look bloodshot and incredibly tired. But see, he kind of like looks down and picks up his flask. We've been having a spot of trouble lately, and you could probably do better than spending time with us. But any help that could be offered would be very welcome. Look, if you see anyone over in the restoration effort, please send them our way. If anyone's looking to lend a hand, yeah. I know there are a lot of fires to put out right now, but we've got plenty of our own as well. Here, sorry, I didn't mean to prattle on and keep you. And kind of like motions for the two others at the gate to kind of just like push it open for you.
I want to turn back to him, just be like, hey, I really appreciate your hospitality. And I just toss him 3 different gold coins, like, sorry to trouble you.
Managed to catch him very deftly, actually. For as tired as he looks through those like bloodshot eyes, the coins kind of scatter and go 3 different directions for a moment, and you watch his hand kind of like get to all 3 of them, almost in like a. He's a professional Osu player. But no, his hands just like managed to catch all of them quickly out of the air. Just, of course, if we don't take care of each other, no one's going to take care of anyone out here. Gives you a nod. Enjoy your time in Eminence. Don't cause any trouble.
Thanks, you too. I turn around just like, shit, I just said that.
And like, give me a perception check real quick.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's... yes.
God, plus 11. You turn to walk away, and you like, after you say shit, I just said that, you hear him saying like, oh, that's embarrassing. He just said that. It's one of those where it's like, you know, the waiter's like making a comment after you say thanks, you too, when they say enjoy your meal.
I'm gonna shield my face with my hand as I'm walking away, just like talking to myself, like, damn it, Galen, just be normal. Just act cool.
Why can't you be normal? You know, upon entering, you see... You're kind of confused at first because the place seems pretty well taken care of, outside of, you know, the unusually colored sky that has been painted a deep crimson is almost casting a reddish filter over the light here. But many of the buildings and shops look... Well, a lot of them have flipped their signs to close. Many of them do look mostly untouched, but you do see... I'd say, like, about a mile up the road, a mile, 2 miles up the road. A lot of smoke rising. Not that it looks like it's coming from a fire that's doing damage to something, but it looks like, you know, fire that you would see from, like, a furnace or, like, a, any sort of, like, artificer machina that could be helping with the reconstruction right now. So, you get the feeling that's probably your destination.
Okay, I'll start heading that way, and I just kind of want to keep my eyes peeled, just look around, and just see if I can gauge anything better on what's been happening, how people are doing, things like that.
Sure. If you're trying to go based on the surroundings, you could give me a perception, or if you're trying to gauge the people's energy, you could give me an insight. Because there are some people starting about over here. Okay.
Yeah, just kind of get a glimpse on how everyone's kind of doing, if they need anything.
Sure. Okay. Just looking around, at a glance, like, you get a pretty good look, and like I said, most of the shops are closed, but you do see people coming out of them, and like, some people are like, come on, with your back, tilt it if you have to, and you see they're getting like heavy pieces of lumber and like extra, what looks like extra stores out of different shops and like their own businesses. And, like, heading up the road in the same direction you are, carrying, like, lumber, carrying metal, wheelbarrows full of stone, mortar, anything like that to help rebuild the area that was majorly damaged. And it looks like mostly it's just... While you can't really gauge how the people are feeling necessarily, it's a case of everybody looks like they are pretty... This is a very large-scale community effort right now. And it seems like they're very, you know, tightly knit in handling this.
I just want to let out a deep sigh and just be like, excuse me, you guys need help?
Well, we got this one, but I think Thomas might need help with... And you see, there's a scrawny guy kind of behind them, just trying to carry a large piece of, basically like a large, rough, uncut log, like they are. And, you see he's trying to get it by himself, and he's just kind of dragging it behind him, like when you don't have somebody to do a team lift with. Just like, no, I got it. Yeah, actually, if you could. And you see, he's doing his best, but he's a halfling. It's not getting very far on his own.
I'm just gonna let out another sigh. 4 hands are better than 2. And just walk over there and start picking up the other side.
Gotcha, Eileen. Thank you. And while it is like imbalanced, you can still feel him like holding it above his head, and like he's pulling his weight. It's just kind of hard with his stature to be doing it by himself. And yeah, no, good, like, you know, like I'd say 35 to 40 minutes go by walking up the road, and you like just you see some people are like, the closer you get, you see tents and stuff set up outside, and you notice people administering healing magic clerics with holy symbols on little bracelets with charms on their wrists. You see them kind of glow and like close up small wounds, or like put them over someone's stomach. You see some of the clerics kind of like look to the other ones and look a bit distraught. It seems not everyone here was able to be saved, but at the very least, it's people are coming together and making an effort to help who they can. But yeah, further up the road, you just hear the man who initially you spoke to for help is just like, oh, here we go, and kind of like makes a hard turn, and you see this massive building and several furnaces that are on carts, like in the backs of carts set up outside. You see like smiths working out of the backs of these heavy metal carts, trying to, looks like they're producing raw materials, maybe making weapons, maybe making, replacement pikes for the fences, like anything they can. And it's parked in front of this massive manor. This looks to be a good, probably only 3-4 stories, but it spans very wide along the ground. There's a large courtyard out front, and you can hear, the familiar sound of metal swords hitting wooden dummies, and people barking at how the proper form should be for such tasks. Sorry, I thought I heard Gil getting into something. But, looking around, you do actually see... you've heard of this place. You've heard of Ragnar Manor before. It's pretty well known. And they're known for being, having a reputation for being a bit of a, a meathead convention. You do see types that don't fit the bill as much around here, and you gain the types that are more arcanely acute are likely members of House Altress, which handle the political dealings here, and the members that seem to be more quick and nimble and doing a lot of the, you see them like grabbing the mages will be grabbing things with mage hand and moving them up to like scaffolds in small bags for materials, and you'll watch as like someone more quick and nimble will grab it and like make their way up the side of the wall with seemingly no need for aid, and to get to the roof for the rooftop workers. And you gain that these more nimble members are likely members of House Hellmeyer, who are specialized in gathering information in more roguish detail. And you do spot just all manner of these kinds of people out here, all like races, all people from all walks of life, people from these houses. And is there anything in particular you are looking for at this gathering of this many like kinds of people?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I just kind of wanted to see if I could gauge the certain House Hellmeyers to see who I can speak to in regards to them. Who seems like they would have a decent information.
Gotcha. Does make sense. I would say for that, give me one more perception real quick then.
Heard. God damn it.
You know what? This works. So, you do manage to see one. You see one out, like, it seems like a lot of the people in the courtyard are likely Ragnars, because it seems like they're larger and burlier, making their way through, making their way from the courtyard into, like, the main lobby, which looks like it also has a lot of reconstruction going on. But you do see off to the side there's a, somebody with a small, like, onyx brooch on their cloak that you gauge looking around is likely a member of House Hellmeyer. And, you start to make your way out toward the eastern courtyard of the manor, and no one seems to stop you. It seems like everyone here is like, as long as no one's causing trouble, everyone's just expecting people to show up and lend a hand. You do start making your way over there, and you are immediately bumped into by this, like, burly, balding, like, 5'1" man. Kind of just, like, grunts and, like, he's got this bag that he's kind of, like, fumbling through. Doesn't really look up to see you and bumps into you. Sorry, I'm a little busy right now. I've been pushing papers for weeks, and looks up at you, and you can see he's, like, kind of gritting his teeth, and you can see, like, the fangs starting to protrude from his canines, getting a little bit frustrated. Looks up at you and realizes you're not a familiar face. Just welcome. Are you looking for work, or you know what, as a matter of fact, if you are, I got something for you. Just saying. Kind of shrugs. If not, it's okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Like,
Okay.
Wait.
It's
miss
me, Galen. Hi.
Perfect.
I must go now. My planet needs me.
I'm just gonna put Jet. Blake, if you can hear us, let us know when you're back, and we'll get back to that.
Someone's typing. Oh,
That was just me putting that in chat.
son.
But we will cut to slightly earlier in the day, as Winter, you are kind of like off in a side chamber where sorry, I completely blanked on his name for a moment, even though I just said it. Gunter has taken you and told you that you guys need to talk.
after calling me an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, after calling you an idiot. Very important piece of information.
Yes. Accurate.
Mm-hmm. But you see he kind of just like opens this large heavy stone door off to the side of one of the wings toward the western end of the manor, and just like motions for you to go in. It's pretty dark, but with the belt you're able to see a little bit. You can see something kind of like a form almost shaped like a punching bag in the middle of the room. You can't quite make out the details. And he goes in and places his hand over a sigil on the wall. You see the room lights up. There's a what looks like almost like a meat locker. Just looks like a frozen slab of what looks like a drake hide. Oh, there go Galen. And he just looks at you and says, I want to see what you can do. Alright? You show me what you're capable of with that thing, and points to the big freaky eyeball axe on your back.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna watch. You just go up and do what you can with that. Show me what kind of techniques you use. Show me what you're capable of.
Are we gonna long rest after this?
I will say from the time that from the last time, yes, a long rest has occurred.
I'm gonna fucking obliterate this thing. I'm gonna just go all in. I don't need the spell slots later.
Did Blake's internet go out or something?
That's what I'm assuming happened. I have no
Nope.
idea.
No,
Oh,
we don't see
someone else.
anything yet.
We lost someone else just
Oh,
now.
that's John.
Lost John too. Oh, John's back.
There's John.
Welcome back,
Hello.
John.
Hey, there we go. You sound better.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So, I remember how to play every week.
I will.
I assume I need to roll to attack to hit it.
I will not make you. Oh shit! What's that? I will not make you roll to attack this piece of meat dangling from the
Okay.
center of the room.
Oh my god.
Just give me
Damn, I
damage.
forgot to.
Hmm?
Damn, I forgot to hit enter. That's why you didn't give me.
Perfect.
It was literally typed up in my message.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
All right. So
So-
hang on. I'm gonna do
Okay, that's perfect.
damage, and then how many d6s? 6d6. Wait. Well, I didn't add more die. Okay, I'm gonna do 5 more. All right. Yeah, Winter's been pretty bored for a couple weeks, so he's just happy to let it out.
Right. Big damage.
36. And it's like part necrotic, part cold, slashing. Or, yeah, cold.
Yeah, and you watch as like parts of the meat, like you crack through the frozen exterior, and it actually does like looks like it rots a bit of the middle of it from the necrotic damage, and then kind of freezes back over on the wound. And He's just like kind of leaning up against the wall with his arms crossed. This is a pretty small room. This is only like a, I don't know, maybe like a 20 by 20, just like side room for like training. And he's just like, it's not bad. You're really good at, you know, actually connecting, and I applaud that. Pumping the extra damage in. But your form's a little off. Here, let me show you. And kind of like gently like pushes you back and just takes his warhammer out. He's going to like whirl it in one hand for a second with a flourish and just comes up from the side, and you see he deliberately aims for a specific part on it, like toward the upper end of the toward the lower end of the rib cage, right at the center. Connects, and you watch as like, whereas you like smattered blood on the floor from it and it froze over, you watch as he connects, and you can feel this like heavy reverberation from it. And then about a second later, there's a burst of blood that comes from, like, the stomach area. And it stays there. Like, he holds it there for a moment, and you hear him, like, take an inhale, and all the blood in the air stops. He pulls it back and lets the hammer down by his side, and all the blood sucks down toward the hammer and draws up the head of the hammer, up the handle, and up to his forearm before soaking into his body.
I should have done that too.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
So he looks back at you, he's like, yeah, and who do you think taught you how to do that?
I'll see that out.
It has been a long time. You're still as dumb as ever.
Well, alright, well, hold on. I can swing really hard, at least. Probably taught me that.
Yeah, has your brain melted in there over the 300 years it's been?
It is now after hearing this, yes. Yeah, I don't have any memory, though, so I'm just kind of
So yeah,
wandered
it's
down
been
to Shadow.
deteriorating. Got it.
Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
Been arm wrestling a lot of people.
Yeah, that tracks.
But yeah, I have so many questions.
Well, let's talk a little bit. What questions do you have?
Well, I quite literally have no memory from before I met, shortly before I met Lazarus. Like, where did I grow up here? Or did you?
No, I don't think you grew up here necessarily. Not at the start, anyway. Showed up on our door one day as one of the many, sadly, orphans out from opulence, one of the strays. That's frankly how we used to get a lot of our recruits. So many unwanted children and orphans thrown out there that we take in and shelter for a while. Eventually we couldn't do that anymore, given certain Archon's rulings from the past. However, when we did, I was typically the one that took them in, and who took care of them, who trained them, who taught them how to use our ways, and like looks down at the hammer with a little bit of blood on it still, to your advantage. So while your body didn't necessarily get the gift that we were given, you were still trained in our methods of combat. And I see that still holds for you. I've seen you do it. So at least something got locked away in that brain of yours.
I did always feel rather close to Ragnar and how he acted.
Yeah, you gotta... Took a long time to break him of a lot of his habits and to actually drive home that sometimes not beating the shit out of someone is the best thing you can do in a situation.
Yeah,
And
that helped a lot of goblins.
Yeah, I imagine they'd probably all be dead right now if not for him intervening.
Unfortunately.
Well,
All right, wait. So when I came to, I was the far, far north, like just frozen everything. And that's when I traveled from Shadowhold from.
that about tracks. You and your brother were here for a long time, but you guys eventually did leave this life behind to go make your way out to Voldaris. Said you were heading to join the Galarian military. He kind of like scratches the back of his head. As capable as you two were, they're kind of just pricks. I wouldn't be surprised if they tossed you out and killed you themselves if they didn't think that you made the cut, but I can't say what happened after that.
As a player, I don't know what to ask. I didn't expect it.
If you made your way up north, though, how far north were you?
Wasn't it Hell of Ice? Or Brimswell?
It was around Hell of Ice, yeah.
Yeah. I believe, as far north you could be. The Hell of Ice.
Kind of.
They're in a cave with a ram.
He kind of just looks shocked. He's like, that long ago? Well, no wonder you're fucking dead.
I do have a memory of being struck down on a battlefield up there. But then I just woke up with this amulet and, well, I don't have the sword anymore. I point to the axe. I like this more.
I see. Well, I don't recognize the armor. I'm guessing you probably got a change after, well, waking up, the freezing cold.
Yeah, my old armor got messed up in some fight Ragnar made me do so that the goblins could survive. I'm actually writing notes. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Well, about the time you would have been there, pretty sure there was still a lot of internal struggles with giants going on up north. Used to be there was one particularly nasty one that kind of reigned in control over the others. And, it was rumored that some members of the Galarian military were sent to work with a sect of giants against them. But it's hard to say. This was a long time ago.
Oh, my brother. Do you know his name? What is his name? We were orphans together? Like, I mean, I haven't seen him or anything.
Well, if you're Winter, that means the other one was Fanar. That's Fanar.
Cool.
He was a little more level-headed than you were. A little less of a hothead. He's always getting sick, though. He's always pissed that he couldn't fight as well as you could just because he was always falling ill. Did his damn best, though. Still better than half the recruits we took in. Like I said, I have no idea what happened to either of you after you crossed the Gwyran border, though. Well, aside from, you know, obviously you died.
What? No. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know what all, you know. I do have a lot of powers that are not normal.
Yeah, so I see. Do you feel... kind of like squints and like... He walks up to you, like... And you almost flinch a little bit seeing him like reach his hand up toward your face. Just at the amount of times that he's just, you know... He's prone to just like punching people in the shoulder, punching people in the gut. Reaches up toward your face and instead of like hitting you... kind of wraps his fingers around the amulet that you're wearing. He just looks at it and says, "Do you know where you got this? You said you woke up with it?"
Yes, it was already on me.
You see, like, as he's holding it there, you see frost start to, like, cling to the sides of his fingers, and he immediately, like, pulls back, just, like, sucking air through his teeth. You see that it's, like, it's almost like immediate freezer burn on something. You actually see a little bit of steam coming off of it. Or, like, the, like, cold air, like, wisps coming off of it. Kind of shakes his hand and puts it back down. Well, whatever it is, it didn't want me touching it. I don't know what is keeping you alive. I'm glad to see you again, but I don't know what you are, honestly.
How long ago was it when we crossed the border?
This was like, when you crossed the border, like, this was roughly 278. Maybe it was 283. You see, he's looking like he's having trouble remembering. It was close to 300 years. I don't think it was quite that far.
I'm old for a human. I'm the oldest human ever.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you realize humans don't live that long.
Don't have to worry about it if you're not living, I guess.
You see, he kind of like scratches the back of his head again. Well, that means that any other members of your family are probably long gone.
Yeah, I don't imagine my situation happening often.
Well, there are rumors that part of it used to happen a long time ago, but it's hard to say. It's not necessarily taboo to talk about, but there were rumors that some bodies were raised in droves for armies. And if that's the case, it seems like someone might have been trying to do that with you. But if that were the case for you, then why... Kind of scratches his chin, like on his beard a little bit. If someone was trying to raise you for an army, why didn't they... Why were you rose so much later? Why did you get up so much later? If the wars were over 200 years ago, you've only been, well, as far as what you're saying, awake and back up for a little over a month or so. It just doesn't add up. There's something missing.
Maybe I'll ask Galiris. Whatever they sent me to.
What are you gonna do? Knock on their door and have them let you in?
I mean, Eminence now. Got a reason to get in.
Yeah, they don't give a shit who we are. We're just locked up tighter than a miser's purse, and I don't think the Queen's gonna be too keen on visitors right now. I'm not going to stop you from trying to go there. I know it wouldn't do any good anyway. It didn't the first time.
That's true.
I'm just saying it's probably going to be a little harder now. And that's saying something. You're stubborn as fuck. Punches you in the stomach, knocks the wind out of you a little bit. You'll find a way.
It just seems fun.
Yeah. You say that now that you're awake again. A lot of people don't get a second chance. Don't waste it. Starts walking out.
Wonder would just be like lost in thought about all that. Me too.
Alright. And,
Fan army. Why you got a cooler name than me?
Trent, what are you doing around House Ragnar right now?
Paperwork. So much fucking paperwork.
So you and Art are probably in the same boat of like the same office, just like across from each other.
Fucking scribbles, just fucking little pin in the ink fucking well, and then fucking back to scribbling, just fucking pages, just fucking swiping them off of the desk, just fucking. When does it stop?
It doesn't. It never stops.
And you hear the door get kicked open, and in your fear that it's going to be Gunter with more paperwork, it is Gunter with a funny little robot that he's kind of just like walking alongside, and Gunter walks in with 6'8", and it's just like, hey, I found your. I know I'm not supposed to call him a toy. I found your friend wandering through the mess hall a little bit, and people were getting a little uncomfortable because I don't. Do these things eat? Do you eat? Looks down at you, 6'8".
No, no.
Okay, well, people were. Look, I
I
understand.
siphon energy off of other. I'm powered. I don't eat.
Right. So I kind of understand what you are. He's clearly lying. But the others out there, they're not very smart, and they don't know what you're doing. So I just don't want them to try to use you as, like, you know, a can opener or some form of method of, like, using the heat off of your body to, like, heat up bread and make it crispy or something along those lines.
It's already happened twice.
Yeah, we have to file more paperwork for that as well. And you see Gunter does pull out 2 scrolls and toss it onto your desk, Trent.
No, why?
Because human resources suck.
He's like mindlessly like scrolling. It's gotten to the point where he's just using prestidigitation from his tears to just scroll and write his name in tears.
Well, I didn't come in here to give you more paperwork, though, even though that happens to be something that was, you know, in the cards. I came here to give you these. And you see he takes this big burlap sack and throws you each a form of shirt and takes a smaller one and hands it over to you, 6'8". And unfolding them, you see these, like, pretty well made like just cloth tops that looks like they were sewn together specifically for this. They have an insignia of fang marks biting down and crunching through the center of an axe, and it just says House Ragnar. And he's like, I need you to suit up and get ready for the summit. We're on in a half hour.
Of course. There's no size restrictions for play?
No size restrictions, but there are a couple of rules. You guys already know the rules, of course, right? You read through the paperwork.
Paperwork, paperwork.
Sorry.
Not-
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Here, and you see he, like, on the stack of papers you have, just, like, pushes half of them off of the top of the stack onto the floor, and they just go scattering everywhere through the room.
Oh,
But,
dear God.
grabs a particular piece of parchment with a stamp mark on it, and just, like, slaps it down in front of you. So, these are the rules for the official House Ragnar Void Cube Summit. They've got the cubes in cages now, and they're pissing them off, poking them with whatever they can. So be ready for that. But yeah, be ready in a half hour. We'll see you out at the East Summit Stadium.
Oh, before you leave, I thought I did hear Junior Ragnar say something about an escaped cube.
I didn't want to bring up the topic of more paperwork just now, but yes, there are going to be papers that have to be filed for a rogue void cube that seems to be somewhere in the house.
Trent's like dead. Fucking.
I look at Trent with just like the most defeated eyes.
Trent's just got his head down on the desk, like banging his head against the desk, like stop.
Yeah, politics. Also, a couple things. One, Blake. One, Eileen, I got your message. And two, Blake did message me. He said he has an internet outage. He got a message saying it should be back by 9:30, which is unfortunate, but also he had one the other day where it said that and it was like way faster. So, yeah, he said he'll be back in as soon as it's up. So, hopefully he is back soon. But for now, Art, you were able to look over the general rules of the Void Cube Summit. And, the biggest thing that you see is, in big letters at the top, is no armor, no magic.
Shit. Yes. Can I use my gun?
I mean, it's not armor or magic.
It doesn't fall within under. Yeah,
Man.
the
Parameters don't.
Yeah,
He said,
Yeah, exactly.
If I touch a void cube with my hands, will it like suck me into the void, or like do I have to like?
Well, that's part of the fun, Archon, Trent. You. A lot of things could happen if you touch a void cube.
What if I get stuck?
They
in
are
there?
kind of some scholars and artificers consider them a form of wild magic, even.
So you're telling me void cubes are just running around? They're just
Well, we do have the one rogue void cube, but
they're just out there in the wild, just running around. You're telling me I could just go to a mountain and bam, a fucking cube comes out of it? Like, it's scary.
All right, I guess I was sort of confused about this Void Cubes Summit. I feel like I missed something, if I'm being honest. I feel like I've been doing paperwork for so long that I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I've gone kind of delusional.
oh well, it's a House Ragnar tradition, where they kind of pay tribute to the Archons lost and the kind of way they restrained Orcus, and they honor that fight by doing this sporting event with void cubes. It seems very physical.
Well, maybe I'm not the best fit for this then. I don't know. Maybe.
We're down a team. So here we are.
I'm more than welcome to play in this game. I just want it to be known that if it's not so much that it's gonna be a good game or anything, but it's like if something happens and I die, we'll make 6-8 the new co-archon.
Oh, God. Would you like me to get that in writing?
No. No more paperwork.
More paperwork, yo. Yeah. Scanning over the rules, if you guys were to look over them, you would see a couple of big things. The main points being, you may not directly assault another combatant with anything other than a void cube.
What?
There will be no, as it said, there will be no use of armor. You will be issued a uniform to wear, and that will be your base armor class, is whatever it starts as. Plus your, like, any natural bonuses that you have. Let me see here. You may pass a cube to an ally. You may throw a cube at an opponent. There will be 2 cubes in the arena at any given time. Each team will start with 1. You may choose who handles the cube at the start. You will be placed on pillars 20 feet above the ground over a hard granite surface. The last team standing with somebody on one of the pillars wins. Your goal was to knock people off of the pillars and down to the ground with these void cubes. Also, it is recommended that you do not directly touch a void cube for more than 5 seconds at a time.
Does it say what happens if I do?
It does not.
Oh God. Well, we doing this, Trent, or what's up?
Might as well. And Trent just kind of puts on the jersey. Fucking, he's just fucking. I need a break for this paperwork, so I mean, as long as something's going on, I have to just get out there and do it, you know?
Yeah, I kind of feel that. I think if I do any more paperwork, I might actually just, I literally go crazy.
Then
You
Trent
see,
just-
Art's eyes is already twitching.
Trent's just fucking, like, he's like talking to you, like normally, but his arms are making the same motions of him signing papers, and he's like not even thinking about it. He doesn't even have a pen in his hand. He's just doing it in the air, like, oh, I was doing that. Okay, let's just go, please. Get me out of here. Cam,
Yeah, sorry. I'm
you're good.
I'm actually going to take just a short moment before we get to that. Going to use the restroom real quick, and I will respond to your DM, Eileen. So, quick BRB.
Cool. Can we take like a 5-minute?
Yep, I was gonna say quick 5-10 minute break. Get up, stretch your legs, use the restroom, whatever you gotta do, and then we will get to the Void Cube Summit when we get back.
Well,
Can you eat the cube?
I'm not gonna stop you from trying.
Somehow Bear added someone that literally knew me for extended period, and then it still was like up to a point. It was good. Very surprised me.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
He said take 5.
Yes, quick BRB.
I don't know what it is, but something about Blake and making characters, I just fucking love. Blake characters always just tickle me.
Very excited.
It's probably best for the group that it wasn't Flame God, because collective IQ was
Oh my God.
too low.
It's gonna go even lower. I don't think you understand.
As long as we have somebody that can read, I guess 6'8".
Hmm?
So we have 6'8", so at least somebody can read and write.
It's true.
You're back.
Hello?
Hello. Oh, your character died in combat. It was very unfortunate.
Blake?
R.I.P.
He's dead.
Hello?
Hi.
I'm trying to make a workaround here. Shout out the Spectrum being absolute ass.
Yep.
Yup.
Dude, they send me, I kid you not, letters every day in the mail trying to get them on Spectrum. I'm like, hell no.
At least it's not Time Warner.
Yeah.
Didn't they buy Spectrum? Or didn't one of them
No, they
buy the
merged
other?
with something
They
else
merged.
to become.
I'm trying to use my phone hotspot to see if that works. If it doesn't sound like absolute shit.
No, you sound fine.
Okay.
I
I'll
didn't
show
know.
you a different cord.
Hey, so normal.
I got a little AT&T.
Yep, same. Yep. Gig.
Literally never had issues.
Yep.
So
Like,
fiber
The dude literally just laid a line like 10 feet above my yard too, and it just swings in the wind all the time, and it's never gone out. Like, I don't know how this is possible, but good on you.
Good. Power? Not so much. That goes out all the time.
Yeah, mine does too, but I have an old house, so.
My house is fine, but it's old area.
Oh, yeah. It's old infrastructure.
If we get about, I don't know, 1/10 of an inch of rain, power's out.
Oh
So,
my god.
Watch out, everybody.
We had a fucking outage this morning. Apparently that lasted for a bit, but like, there's nothing weather-wise that's going on unless there's like today feels like a good day just to shut it off for a minute. That sounds fun.
Dude, it's been raining on and off for like 2 weeks straight. When power hasn't gone out once. But
Flooding around me.
like yesterday, it was no rain, nothing, and our power just goes out for no reason. 15% of our county went out.
Ours went out once because somebody was just cutting down a tree and just like, I don't know, forgot power lines existed. Just fell right on it.
Love that. Also, welcome back, Blake.
As long as I'm using my hotspot from my phone, so as long as it sounds fine, we're good.
Yeah, sure does.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna go pop on the fridge real quick. Y'all want anything while I'm up?
Let me get a
Root beer.
Fucking reason to live.
But you have root beer?
It's the same thing as what Dan asked for.
I had an order for root beer and I had an order for Reason to Live. Unfortunately, we have salmon and we have Bush's baked beans.
Wow.
I'll get some
Literally
beans.
allergic to one of those.
Well, lucky
So
for you,
you're
I
getting
brought you the salmon. Sweats.
Yeah, I'm allergic to Bush's baked beans.
Jokes on you, I don't like it by either.
I don't know. Baked beans is like a thing I have to be like really in the mood.
I'm not a beans person in general.
Beans are icky.
I agree. That's what I say. I'm playing the goat of games right now in the background while we wait.
Minecraft?
Minesweeper?
Nope.
Guess they both had-
Minecraft Sweeper?
Pinball?
Nah. Up to bat. Pete Wheeler.
Oh my God.
Backyard baseball.
Is he hitting a touchdown?
He's gonna hit touchdown.
Let's fucking go! My boy Pete.
I'm swinging power with Pete.
Actually, wait, Cam, let me do that again. I hit the wrong thing.
Oh, did he hit a touchdown? No, he did not hit a touchdown, but he might. Oh, she dropped it. Go run,
Gotta
Pete.
check something real quick.
That's inside the park. Oh no, she can throw. She has an arm. Turn 4. Turn 4. Oh my God, you make it.
Shout out to Verizon Hotspot being strong enough to be able to support my PC decently well.
That is actually crazy.
Yeah, like my connection to Discord is it's
I've
about
got
50
something, actually. Hold on, I'm
milliseconds.
gonna add to that.
Hey Blake,
Yo,
he hit a touchdown.
dude, Pete motherfucking Wheeler, the rival of Pablo, LB Pablo.
It's so, but it's they did very different touchdowns.
Touchdown's a touchdown.
Yeah, Pablo hits a touchdown out of the field, and then Pete's just fast.
Pete hits a bunt, and
He
he's
just-
back at home by the time it hits the
just-
ground.
He just run good.
It's a hell of a running back you got there.
In backyard football, he is the best running back, unsurprisingly.
Jesus Christ.
Ahmed's batting 846 for the season.
Let's go.
Dude, that is impressive that my hotspot works this well.
I really am shocked that you're not like it's not breaking up and stuff.
You're not like
Yeah,
going
I-
turbo.
Yeah, I thought I would at least be Robo, but
No.
it's no.
It actually is pretty good. Oh, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Let's go.
That's a touchdown.
I think I can make the void cubes. Can have little void cube babies later.
Come on, Pablo.
Okay, cool.
We got everyone back.
Yeah, okay.
I'll never leave.
I believe so. Give me one moment and I'll be good to go again.
You put one more call like that up. I'm charging the mound. Sorry, I'm charging you. You're gonna walk Pablo? That's so disappointing. Like I get it, but come on.
Also, Spectrum did push back the time from 9:30 to being back up at the latest to 12 a.m. And I'm like, okay,
Love that.
sure.
It sounds like Spectrum though. It's just
It does just holy fuck. Are they using a hamster to try to fix it?
I've never had better sleep than when my internet or power goes out, and I'm like, oh, shit, I guess I'll sleep. Like,
Yeah, like what else am I gonna do?
I guess I'll get 9 hours.
Yep. Last year, our power went out for like 3 days. I was so bored. I was reading by candlelight.
I was about to say, I was like, except one time where I just started reading like a book called Ender's Game, which is my favorite.
Ender's Game is
Hey,
very
this game's
good.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and I read that.
Did you read any of the other ones?
All of them.
All of them?
All of them. Both.
I think I did too.
How many?
I like
There's Ender's Game, there's
series
Ender
that
Shadow.
follows Ender. Yeah.
Shadow. There's
Ender Shadow's
there's-
really good.
One of them has Gambit in the name, doesn't it? Something Gambit.
I feel like that's alright. It's been so long since I read all of them, though.
I read Game and Shadow for sure. Ender's Game.
Yeah, I did too.
I think the last thing that I did when the power went out was Emily and I played Flux. It was Adventure Time Flux.
Oh,
That's a good
nice.
time.
That game's fun.
What is Flux?
Yeah. It's a card game where you make rules as you're playing. Like
Yeah,
there's
that's not
different
fun.
cards that have different rules, and you have objectives
Oh,
to
interesting.
complete based on what you have in your hand. It's like you change the objective on the field and change the rules where it's like you can draw more, or you have to get rid of your entire hand, or things like that.
Dude, there's 19 books now. Oh
Yeah, I was gonna say there's 2 sagas worth of
Just
books.
never
oh my
stop.
god. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, Big Keisha.
he's just
Big
spitting
key.
these out.
She's
But
got
I
to get to
liked,
her part-time job after this. You gotta hurry.
I like Speaker for the Dead in that.
Yeah,
Children
that one
line.
was good. That one was good.
The-
I definitely read Speaker of the Dead.
The mind twist. All that. It's cool.
What happens to that one?
That's where they're on
They're on the planet, right?
like really
Yeah.
as basically as far out planet as you can get.
Yeah.
And then
They meet those bug
There's-
people, right?
well, what it's like pig people or something. I think it is. And they turn into trees. when they
Yeah,
die.
that's Speaker of the Dead.
Yeah,
That one's Speaker of the
It was
Dead.
incredible. And then it goes deep into like the AI, like becoming ultra aware and following him, and then like creating like capturing souls into bodies. Like it's weird.
Like that one goes hard sci-fi. Like
Yeah,
It
like,
does.
yeah.
I read it once. Was like, okay, now I can read it. Like I gotta read it again. to
That's how the
understand
Dune
anything.
books are, where they just throw so many like proper nouns at you that where you're like, okay, I kind of know what these.
So many
things
proper
are.
nouns.
Yeah.
When the lore's
I know.
too much, it gets. Anyways.
I know what the hell a Gom Jabbar is after 90 chapters.
Alright, back into it here. Winter, as you
Yeah.
are making your way to that chamber, and you are still kind of befuddled at the revelation that Gunter has put before you. You feel something hit you on the face, almost like a rag, and you pull it off, and you see the jersey that he had thrown at you. And he's just like, suit up, no armor, get out there, Eastern Courtyard, you know where to go.
Boss.
Not your boss, you're the boss. I'm just the supervisor. And kind of just keeps walking out there.
Keep calling him boss.
And we follow Gunter at this point as he's making his way out toward the Eastern Summit Stadium. As I need to put the map back up here. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. As we he's making his way out there and he's kind of fiddling through and he's like he seems to be looking around at first, like kind of scanning the crowd. He's like, I can't just throw anyone in there, can I? Or can I? And like as he's looking down into the bag and like mumbling that to himself, that's when he does bump into a tall Winter Eladrin man and looks up at him and apologizes. Just Blake, how much did you get of when I mentioned this man bumping into you before?
I heard you bumped into a man, and then that was it. And I was like, internet must have happened with Cam.
Yeah. Okay, that's perfect. So you were starting to make your way toward a member of House Hellmeyer that was kind of leaning up against the courtyard that this man was walking towards. But he was like moving so quickly and like bumbling around that he, bumped into you and apologized. And like he's talking to himself. You heard him a little bit, but he's just like, listen, I've got a favor to ask, and I've got a job for you. If you would indulge me, name your price. What are you after? What are you here for?
Info,
I can talk to the Hellmeyers about that.
my man. I'm up, whatever it is. Get me in there.
Perfect. Come with me. You. And he points at the Hellmeyer that's up against the wall that's smoking. He just like, kind of just like takes the pipe out of his mouth, just like, what you need? He's like, this man here needs information. He goes, all right, well, we can go through the channels. Nope, you're getting in there right now. What? Hold on. Wait. And you see, like, he kind of just, like, grabs him by the scruff of the collar and, like, drags him behind you. And we are going to move to... Well, one, we're going to get some different music.
So you think you know Wix, but do you really?
So, get this ad out of the way real quick. Thanks, YouTube. There we go. And I can take you guys over to the map where this is going to happen. So, the Void Cube Summit. That's the wrong one. That's a boat.
Close.
Close. Alright, that should be explained properly. Yeah, okay. The rest of you are brought through the main gate into the eastern courtyard. To participate, you will have to remove any actual armor or armor boosting items on your person.
Shoot.
You will basically be operating off of whatever your base AC is without armor or magical items.
What do you add to that? Just your dex? Or what is it?
It'll be base 10 plus dexterity modifier.
Or dex, okay.
Yep. And if you have any other modifiers, like unarmored defense or anything like that, that will be fine.
Okay.
I'm getting that. Turns about to get
Absolutely cream. And you kind of hear like a bunch of rabble, and you look up in the as you're brought through the gates, wearing the House Ragnar jerseys. You look up on the like on the banisters outside, and you do see several familiar faces. You see the surviving members of the missing piece have made their way here. You see someone has pulled up a chair for Mr. Noak, who made his way here with Equilibrium and Winter. You see Wook and Rug, who just wanted to be left alone in the bunks. You see several goblins. You see several House Ragnar members. New and his goblin entourage in particular are hanging out up here. And
Can New have like a massive jersey?
You know what? Yeah, it's kind of just like they kind of just knitted some bed sheets together and wrote on it in crayon, but it does say Ragnar. But you guys are brought. Go ahead.
I'm taking a look at this map, and what are these holes?
Those are not holes. Those are pillars. Those are 20-foot tall pedestals.
Okay, God.
And as you look around, there are some that are broken, laying strewn across the ground. This is hard granite surface. There are some, like, holes that have caught rainwater that have formed into puddles. And looking across, you do see, across the field of pillars, the Skull Crush Syndicate, as they also appear to only have, at least for the moment, consider them only having 4 members. As you guys are making your way through and taking everything in, and you hear behind you just, I really wish we could just talk about this. And you see Gunter come up and just, hey, I know you guys were down a man since it's 5-on-5, so I went and got you this, and just like, Galen, you feel him just kind of like put his palm in the middle of your back and like push you through the gate, and then close the gate behind you. Don't forget to put that jersey on. I'll get you what you need. And he like gives you a little like wink and starts like dragging the other guy off, and you still hear him protesting all the way through.
Well, so much for hospitality. I just throw on the jersey.
Well, nice to meet you. Do you know what you're here for?
Not a fucking clue.
Well, me either. Because I was in that meeting.
In America on the rise. Illegal
I think we're all a little confused about what's going on here, if I'm being honest. By the way, my name's Art. Nice to meet you.
Galen, pleasure's mine. And what's that little guy?
Oh, I'm 6'8". I'm kind of new on the team here.
Oh, congrats.
What about you?
I'm just wandering through here, just trying to get some info. No biggie.
Oh, he's cute. This is just a little guy. He's just a little robot. And Trent just starts like rubbing his head a little bit. It's like, I knew he could talk, but I know when he's in this new form and he talks, it makes me happy. All right. I'm Trent. Nice to meet you. And he just kind of extends his hand out to you. He's just very shy.
That is Warrior King Archon Trent.
Oh, my mistake, Archon. And he kind of like he shakes your hand, but he's like really staring you down, like, what the fuck is going on? This is like an Archon that I've heard about. Sure.
So this is a Void Cube Summit. I don't know if you've ever experienced it or not. I sure haven't. So we're about to fuck around and find out. Welcome to the crew.
Oh, by the way, did you do your paperwork when you were intern Eminence, or?
Paperwork?
Oh no.
Not more.
Alright, Art loves paperwork. He'll get you settled.
I don't love paperwork. I hate it. I'm so tired of paperwork, and that's more I gotta do.
I'm sure the newly founded Office of Immigration Relations we can just wave you through. It's okay. Don't worry about the paperwork.
Thank God. I got whiskey.
You don't want to worry about the paperwork later.
It's alright. I've noted
You know
your
what,
complaint of paperwork.
Trent, you know what that means? That means they're just gonna push it down the line, and then guess who's gonna have to do the paperwork?
Well, it's always us.
Gunter's just gonna come in there. He's gonna put another stack of papers on my desk.
That
I
never
can.
happened.
Anyways, it's nice to meet you. Not your fault. We had some miscommunication up front.
That's alright. It happens. Such is life.
So how are you being compensated for did one of the two co-archons offer you something, or?
I think a dude behind me got held hostage for information, but I mean, I guess I'll figure that out when I'm done in whatever this is.
Interesting.
I literally just got here, homie. I don't know what to tell you.
And as you're saying that, you hear echoing from the other side. You do see about 3 larger members, like particularly large members of House Ragnar, over on the other side, just kind of like Jim broing it up, just like, you know, headbutting each other, getting ready, getting psyched up. You see, and they've all got red jerseys on, or you guys have the black jerseys. And you see one member in the background has a red jersey, but looks like it's just on over a robe, and they're kind of just like leaned up against the wall, like looking into a book, like not really participating in the Jim Bro antics. You see them kind of like close their book and look up as they hear echoing coming from the gate behind them. As the man that you saw being dragged by Gunter is thrown into the gate to fill the last slot of the other team. You see a bunch of the Ragnars just kind of come up, and like just a bunch of like big burly dudes coming up to this very lithe, thin man, and just like come just try to just like, all right, yeah, bring it in, brother, come on, and like looks like one of them bear hugs him, and he looks like he's about to snap in half. Just like, he looks like he begrudgingly has put the jersey on and is taking up his role as the 5th member of their team.
Oh yeah, it's that guy, the string bean over there. That's the dude that's hostage.
Oh.
Oh. I see. Art, did you know anything about these hostages?
Oh.
No.
Truly, you read all the files. You signed.
I just listen. At some point, you just
Stop reading and
you
just
stop reading.
sign
Just
it.
keep signing. I'm sorry. I can't.
Explains a lot of Ragnar.
All right.
I don't. There ain't no way Lazarus was I don't even know.
All right, you all know how this goes as Gunter starts yelling from up here in, essentially the rafters. Went out the void cubes. And you see the pillars in front of you begin to lower. And you can see from the other side, like, some of the Ragnors were already crawling up to their respective pillars and taking their place. While the one in the back with the robe kind of just like floats himself up onto one. And you see the roguish man in the back just, oh, for fuck's sake, alright, fine. And like runs halfway up this wall behind him and kicks off and manages to get up onto it. But you watch as like all of them lower and they're just kind of like, while they're celebrating and like the Ragnors on the other end are flexing, like the others are just like, oh, I wasn't aware that this was going to happen, otherwise I wouldn't have wasted my time. But all of these pillars that you see across the field do start lowering. If you would like to place yourselves anywhere among the first 3 rows of pillars, so up to this row, you may. I will warn you, it seems that the red ones do appear to be structurally damaged. Jumping on them may cause a form of penalty, or they may just crumble altogether. You're not sure.
Can I ask a rules question?
Yes. You read the paperwork.
So you said no magic, right? What about like innate abilities? Like racial abilities?
I would say innate racial abilities are fine.
Okay.
For this. But no casting of spells is the big thing.
Okay.
So I can't cast darkness even though it's a racial spell.
Yeah, anything that I would say.
Well, is it more what the Ragnars would see as magic?
That's also fair. If it's physical and it's magic,
Yeah.
I'm sure you could get away with it. Like
That's true. You punch real hard.
Yeah, like your machine hand. I'm sure they could get behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is just
Magic at
mechanical.
all, yeah.
That's pure metal, baby.
Gunter also yells. And you, little guy, no flying. Use your legs. You got that?
Oh. Yeah. No flying.
So no misty step, no firebolt, no.
No magic.
No whiskey step.
Magic
no
bad.
dark. No flying.
I can't even bless the homies. What good is this?
This is good old traditional void cube. And you see one of them from each side, like this dragon bust's mouth opens, and this roughly basketball-sized cube flies out with actual these little purple spectral, almost like bat wings, along the side of it, and it goes zipping out, kind of like flies between all of you, and it seems to just be like flying around this side of the arena. Whoever would like to handle it first.
Me.
Hey, give it to winner. I have a question, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Since majority of my character is magic, there are some
Yes.
things that maybe I could argue that I could use. Can I use cutting words and all I'm doing is just talking shit?
I would allow that.
Can I inspire the homies?
Inspiration? Yeah, I would probably allow that.
Okay. I'm not gonna bless because that's obviously magic, but like,
That is, yes.
all right.
Dissonant whispers.
Understood. Sorry, didn't mean to hold that up. I'm trying
No,
to figure out
you're
what I
fine.
can and can't do.
And Winter, you actually feel, as you go to grip it, your hand gets close to it, and you feel like the essence being pulled from your body, like from your hand, toward this cube. And even though you feel like before you get your hand on it entirely, you feel that you have control over moving it without actually coming into physical contact with it. You still may if you wish, but you feel it is a matter of your essence, your willpower that is controlling it right now. And mechanically, I will just state what that means for everyone else.
Thank you.
Yes, in terms of how this is going to work, void cubes attach themselves to the essence of the bearer. And that means the bearer can use any stat that they wish to base their attack rolls off of with the void cube. There's a set amount of distance it can be thrown, but the goal is to essentially throw it at someone and to knock them off of their pillar. There is a system I will be using for this. I did not make this. But, yeah, think about what stat you will be wanting to use. You can make arguments for, like, particular checks as well, if you would like to. But yeah, let me know what you want to do. Other than that, you watch as, like, for example, the wizard in the back also seems to, like, take it at first. And, you watch as he kind of just, like, floats it in front of him, and he feels like, you see his arm start to go, like, gray a little bit. He's like, oh, I don't want that, and, like, throws it to, this Ragnar up here, who was going to be carrying it first. And that one just, well, you see, like, he does, like, he gets the memo of, like, how it works. He's like, nah, come here, and, like, yeah, just fully, like, grips onto it, and you see his arm, like, start to, like, the veins in it bulge for a little bit, and he grits his teeth and just kind of looks at you, Winter.
I do the same.
Mm-hmm. As you do.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, I would like everybody to roll initiative for me, please.
Oh shit. Me when I do the thing when I'm trying to roll the dice.
I feel like Winter would recognize these particular Ragnar from, like, literally just the gym.
Likely. The typical crowd. These are your big, like, Viking bro, gym bros.
If you don't mind it, Trent would like
Hell
to
yeah.
look over at Galen when the fucking event starts. And he's just gonna be like, "Welcome to the crew, Galen," and he's just gonna start playing Miserloo by Dick Dale. And he's just gonna inspire him.
I don't know what that means.
Some big rolls.
All right, I see Trent with a
hold on.
13.
Where the hell did it go? I had 2 things up. I might have closed the window by accident. Oopsie.
D&D Winter going last. Hell yeah.
The rolls are not kind today.
Imagine.
What's that? Get
That's
back
2
to
nat
what's
ones for
going
you.
Yeah,
What the hell?
it's the hotspot debuff.
Well, that's why you lost internet. Because you rolled the nat one.
The nat 1. It
Yeah.
just kicks me out of D&D entirely.
Fuck.
Man, you're
It's
It's
done.
like, actually,
Outta
you
here.
might not. This might not be the game for you.
We have shoots and ladders. If you want to try that
Yeah.
instead.
All right, I see
Well.
that. I see Winter with the 4. Big 4.
I got 15.
6-8 with the 15. All right.
The hungus of a dogfish is attached by its crungle to a kind of dill sack.
Oh, what? Was that a natural 1 for initiative for Galen?
Yo, it sure was.
Gotcha. Okay, so a 6. And Arts was an 8, correct?
Yeah.
Gotcha. That is all of y'all. All right. So we got. Let's roll initiative for these boys.
This is a very good song to play the Void Cube game with, Dane. I appreciate it. It's pretty good.
Well. Goddamn. Yeah, he did that.
I still can't get that fucking dumb video out of my head. It's a guy riding fire. I posted it in the shit post in the Discord. It's too good.
I'll have to check that out. I will say for the sake of this, This is something I hadn't considered before, but you are able to move through allied spaces without causing any trouble or like knocking your allies off if you wish, because you are going to have to jump from platform to platform to get around. That being said, the nerd in the back, having already handed off the cube, he is going to.
From me to you, can I get an indicator where the cube is?
The cube is currently, yeah. I'll draw a little thingy do here. I'll make a couple little guys. Because one is currently in possession of Winter, one is in possession of this lad. So those are the two cubes, and I believe, yeah. So if you go to move your, I'm not sure if you can actually select that cube that I've drawn. Probably not, but I will simply move it with you. Whenever it does go to move. He is going to. Let me make sure I'm doing movement right. Alright, so quick movements. He's only going to make 2 moves, so it's going to be. These are going to be flat. Oh, buddy. So, God.
Dies.
I was going to say, like, so normally what happens if you fail a low DC check to jump from platform to platform is your movement ends for that turn, and you can act from there, but you're not allowed to move any further on that turn, as you have to, like, scramble your way to keep from falling off of the platform. You see, like, the second he, like, Gunter mentions no flying to you, 6'8", and this guy's like, oh, right. And you see his feet actually come back into contact with the pillar. And after he hands off the cube to the gym bro Ragnar, he goes to make a jump onto the same platform. And the Ragnar even reaches back to, like, offer him a hand and, like, throw him. He was going to, like, you know, teamwork, kind of, like, toss him to the next platform. And when he does, he gives it a little more juice than than he was expecting the Ragnar to give him, and his foot slips on a bit of the, like, crumbling bit of the edge of the pedestal, and you just hear, "Ah!" and then a loud splash on the other side as you watch him immediately go down into the drink here and eliminate himself with a natural 1 on movement.
Oh no.
And you hear the crowd just uproarious laughter. And you hear, like, some people just like, yeah, it's probably why casters shouldn't play this game.
Just glance to Trent.
Galen also wants to, like, look at Trent and just be in this mouth the words "I'm sorry."
You hear these two Ragnars mentioning that, and, like, you realize that they see a couple of you guys looking up at him, and he just, like, punches the one that said it in the shoulder, like, dude, shut up, he's our boss.
He's our boss.
Now I'm thinking about our team. It's not a lot of muscles across it.
No,
Hey.
we're down there. Most of our muscles that aren't Winter.
Speaking
Yeah,
of,
Art's the muscle.
Listen.
Art's the muscle, baby. 6'8", what would you like to do?
Yeah.
Movement is going to take a very low DC, successful athletics check to jump from platform to platform. You can go on the platform. Yes, you can go on to, or acrobatics, you could argue. You can go onto platforms with allies, but you may not end your turn there. And if you go onto the red ones, something bad may happen because they do not seem structurally sound. You are welcome to, with an ally's permission, like, take the cube from them. But without permission, they will be holding on to it until their turn comes around. You can set up for them to pass. You can, like, whatever you want to do.
Where am I trying to score?
You're trying to... You guys are using a cube to knock off members of the opposing team off of the pedestals. That's it.
We're playing dodgeball.
You're playing
but on
dodgeball.
pillars.
Yep, you're playing dodgeball in a very inhospitable environment. with cubes that might drain your life force if you hold on to them for more than a turn.
These
Semantics.
dragon heads, and I feel like they're gonna burst some flames out of them.
No.
Yeah, no.
I am going to
Be lying if I didn't consider it.
Where's
So
the
what's
nearest
the point of
cube?
the void
Yeah,
cube?
where's the Winter has a cube, right? Right here.
Yeah.
The whole point is to hit people with the cube.
Okay.
God, I thought we could like knock them off the pillar, and like if they touch the ground, they lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the cube.
So,
But
so
you're doing
if
that
I
with
get
the
on
cube.
the same. Okay, I got
They
it.
don't fireball them.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if I could just tell this guy to step off the pole and he touches the ground, it lose.
6-8's going to hop on to this one right here.
Okay. Give me a quick athletics or acrobatics check just to make sure. The DC is only 5, going from
Okay.
going for a short range jump.
Nat 1, nat 1, nat 1.
Let me check
And as long as you don't nat 1, you're good. Just don't roll a natural 1.
Wait, that's Ragnar. Hold on.
It'll be bad, but funny.
Yeah. If you do fail the check, all it means is that you lose the rest of your movement for the turn, as you're like scrambling to make sure you don't fall off the pillar.
One second.
I'm also going to, for your guys' sake, post the very general rule set that I found for this and tweaked it. Not a lot, but minorly in the Tavern channel. Shout out to Icewind
nice.
Dale for coming up with Goat Ball.
Goat ball, hell yeah. Here we are. Yeah. this is
I
what
just
I'm
think it's
looking
neat.
for. Trying to see if I'm better at athletics or acrobatics here.
See if this one's better.
Violence in America on the rise. Illegal immigrant crime rampant.
This man is charged with aggravated murder.
Actually, is this going on?
Violence in
Okay,
America
acrobatics
on
it
the
is.
rise.
Yep.
Illegal immigrant crime rampant.
This man is charged with
20
aggravated
plus 2. That's a 21. That's fine, right?
Just barely passes, yeah.
Cool.
Barely.
Just
So
barely.
like, either get prepped to, like catch it on the rebounds, depending on what Winter's gonna do with the cube, or I'm getting prepped to be more mobile, being higher up. So,
Gotcha.
yep.
All right. Moving on next, we have Trent. What is Warrior King Trent doing?
Oh, Trent's gonna play the board angle, and he's gonna attempt to go here.
Gotcha. Give me a athletics or acrobatics check.
Let's take a look at my sheet. Which one is better? There. Oh, acrobatics is 4. We're gonna go with an acrobatics, bro.
Do it.
Do it. 17.
More than enough. You were good on that one. You may keep moving
and
if you
then,
wish.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll go here.
All right, give me one more acrobatics then.
15.
Plenty.
And then Trent's gonna use, I'm gonna assume, action. He's gonna just like ready himself to try to like catch a ball, or just like see if the opponent's gonna send it his way so he can try to catch it and throw it back. That kind of deal.
All right, Warrior King Trent preparing to throw it back. For the sake of this, I will count this as the dodge action. And it will give them disadvantage if they do try to throw at you.
Oh hell yeah.
Meaning that you can either... it'll depend on the it'll depend on their throw. There are formulas for this, but I know like it's like if they miss by so much, you do end up just straight up catching it.
Okay, got it. Understood.
I think. I don't know. Fuck it. I got it. We got this. Alright. It does come to the Gym Bro Ragnors. So this dude down here is going to... He's going to attempt to get to this platform. He's going to try to get up pretty close. So he's going to go there. It's going to be for athletics. Good. Just going to do all three. Good. And good. Alright, so he makes it to here. Jumping from platform to platform, and he sounds like he's just having a great time. Like, these guys are just loving it, yucking it up. Like, they're like looking up to fire up the crowd. Like, these guys are absolutely in their element right now. And he's kind of like, he's looking this way, like looking north, and kind of like keeping an eye on his teammate and trying to keep an eye on Winter as well, since Winter has your guys' cube. So he looks like he's setting up right now. This one is actually going to... He's going to jump to this one first. 16? Okay. So he's fine. He's going to attempt to go from this one to this one. Let's see if this works first. Okay, he's fine. On the way, let me make sure I have the rules for this down. There's not a roll for that. And he didn't fail his movement, so this is fine. So it does not take an action, or it takes an action to pass, but it does not take an, like, there's not a roll to make sure that they catch it because of the, like, nature of the cube just kind of, like, being attracted to their essence. So the one in the back, as this guy's moving, you watch the one in the middle kind of, like, put his hand out as I'll, like, hit me with it. This guy passes it as he's moving through here. Grabs it, brings it up to here, and he's going to use, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 35, exactly 40 feet. This would be a good time, like, I would have brought this up earlier, I apologize. This would be a good time to mention that the range on a Void Cube throw is 40 feet. Just flat, and past that, it will either go to the nearest person and come into their possession if it misses, or if it comes in contact, then there's a roll to see if someone is knocked off. So he's going to get a bit cocky, and he is just going to take a shot at Winter with the cube.
Good. Yes.
Do it. Throwing. He's going to use strength for this, if you can believe it.
What?
Yeah. It's going to be a raw strength check.
No, -3 wisdom.
Winter, what is your AC with 10 plus your dexterity base?
11.
11. So that does hit. However, it's only a 14.
No need dex.
Yep. As you're getting ready, you do feel this just plant into your chest, and you actually feel part of the center of it open up, and there are teeth that are digging into the jersey. It is attempting to... Yeah, it is trying to eat you right now. But let me see here.
This don't seem very safe.
Your team's good.
It's supposed to be safe.
I'm going to need from you an acrobatics saving throw. So you can use your acrobatics for this. I'm also going to allow athletics to just be sturdy.
Okay, then I have a chance.
Yeah, so
And
this is going to be athletics.
Is +1.
The DC
Athletics
is
+9.
Gotcha. The DC is 10 plus the difference between the attack roll and the target's AC. So 10 plus 3 in this case. So the DC you're looking for is 13. You are fine. You feel it digging into you, but after it you start, it does move you back a little bit, and you guys see some of the dust crumble off of the pedestal behind Winter's back foot, but he does hold steady, and you are now, because of the way this works, because that did not knock you off, the ball comes into your possession.
Both of them? That's
You are
probably
currently
not
holding
good.
2. However, you do feel like you should probably get these out of your hands as soon as possible, as one was already, One was already, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like it's doing physical damage to you. It feels like it is literally exhausting your life force.
Oh. I don't think I have a lot of that.
Yeah. I don't know. That's crazy. That guy used his action. He is going to move up just a little bit, though. He's going to go up to here. So he's going to make one more. That should be a +7. He is fine, though.
I'm good
either
at
way.
cutting words that.
It's going to be... I rolled that incorrectly. I'm sorry, because that was a raw strength check. It should be a +7, I believe, is what they were getting on the other ones. Yeah, for their athletics. So it is going to be a 9 total. Would you still like to cutting words?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Go
Go ahead and hit me with it. And yeah, what do you say? How's Warrior King talking shit in front of all these people, in front of his subjects?
You dropped something.
Perfect.
4.
Just not finding music I like for this either. Let's try this. Minus a 4.
Wait, can I recommend? Can I recommend a Void Cube Summit theme?
Sure, as long as it's not copyrighted.
Have you been using video game soundtracks?
I just been using Bardify.
Bardify? Okay, never mind. Go with that then. I was gonna suggest a song from Pyre.
Okay, yeah, we could do Pyre. What song you got? Pyre's very fitting. Good ass game. So if it was a 9 down to 4, DC 5 meets it, beats it. He is right on the money, so he is okay.
I'm so upset. You have no idea.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's why I wanted to clarify,
opportunity.
making sure that you are good, that you still wanted to do it. Okay.
I got fucking 8 of these fucking things. I'm gonna use.
You have 8 cutting words?
Yeah.
Holy.
I can only use it as a reaction and
Yeah.
once around.
Doesn't it use up a usage of Bardic Inspiration too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so that is that. And he's like, he lands and then he looks down. He's like, I didn't drop anything. You're next. He's pointing at you, just like big smile.
I like.
And,
They seem nice.
They're just big jovial dudes having a good time right now. But this guy's just like, all right, well, let's see. And he's going to try to acrobatics his way through. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Actually, just 3.
Oh.
So he's gonna go from here to here to here if he can. There will be checks for the one in the middle in particular. His acrobatics, yeah. Good. Whew, yep, okay. That was the middle one. And the last one. So he is fine. And after he passes through this red one, while he is light and deft on his feet, any pressure from it, you watch as he kicks off of it. The middle of it begins to crumble, and you just hear the shifting of stone as it falls into the water below. So that one is now gone. But that is going to be his turn, basically putting himself in between the rest of his team. Art, what would you like to do?
I would like to hold my turn until after winter, if possible.
That's perfectly fine. What is the action that you would like to do?
Oh yeah, I gotta specifically
Say, what
like.
action are you holding? Yeah.
Well, basically, here's what. Okay. Cards on the table, right?
Mhm.
All right. So I got a fist, right? I would assume, knowing this, what we have here, this game coming up, I would have chosen my modification for the day to be ranged, which means I can throw it up to 60 feet accurately because I have a sharpshooter. Basically, what I want to do is, if any of the void cubes miss, I want to punch my fist at the void cube to knock them over.
Oh,
if
totally.
that's possible.
So as
So
in,
like, so theoretically, like if let's say Winter doesn't knock someone off of a pillar, I want to use my fist to like range shoot my fist out, and then punch the void cube, which would then punch them off. Since I can't directly attack them.
Right, you're hitting the cube, so you are effectively attacking through the cube. That's fair. Yeah, okay. I like that.
Okay. I do need to get a little bit closer, though, so I'm probably going to go to this one right here.
Okay. That is going to be 2 checks, then.
2 checks. You said acrobatics, right?
Athletics or acrobatics, either one, yep.
Okay. Dice, don't fail me now. Whoa.
I saw that 3.
The 3.
We'll take that.
All right, you're good, you're good.
Alrighty, that is... I will then be holding my turn. My action.
All right, and give me some flavor. Galen, how do you make room for this this stranger to get by you on the limited space on that pedestal?
I feel like with my perception, like kind of knowing, I can kind of feel the arts coming, so I just like casually just step to the side a bit on the pillar and just let him pass by.
Pardon, tips his hat.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, and we do come to Galen, as Art appears to be readying an action with his arm.
All right, so can I make it all the way to this bad boy right here?
It would take 1, 2, 3
So I
checks,
just have to go
but it
from
is possible.
Yeah. Or okay, yeah, that's what I want to do.
Each
I
of
want to
these
ask for the
jumps
ball
is
from
roughly
Windsor.
Yeah, each of these jumps you can always go to the closest one. If you want to attempt to make a longer jump, it is going to be an athletics check, like a higher DC athletics check.
Okay.
But
So
if
yeah,
you're taking the
acrobatics?
safe route, it's only a DC of 5, and yeah, athletics or acrobatics for each one. So 3 checks.
Heard. Wait. Go back. There we go. So let's go to the first one. Oh, I didn't mean to do that short roll, but that works.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, that's the wrong thing. What?
Red line.
We're still fine.
All good. Yep. Just gotta be
We're so
above 5.
fine.
We're so back.
It's literally just don't roll 1.
We're so fucking back.
All right.
All
So
right,
you do manage
I
to
gotta-
get yourself up to here, within range.
Yep.
Boom.
I'm asking for the ball from Windsor, and I want to like bump it like with my foot, just kick it over to this dude right here,
Gotcha.
so I can knock him off.
Winter, do you pass the rock? One of the rocks.
Does that take my action?
He does have 2 attacks.
I was hoping one of them would, just come grab it. But
For the sake of this,
I
yeah,
do
you
need to
do
get
have
rid
2
of one.
attacks. Fuck it, go and we'll say it takes your reaction since it's not your turn. Why not?
yeah, then I'll pass one.
And go for it. This does not require any sort of checks. Okay, when the ball is passed to you, or the cube is passed to you, and you're going to attempt to kick it towards the one in the front.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. You go up for you can use whatever stat you would like. It is just going to be a raw, whatever the modifier is added to it.
So I'm gonna use like the raw dex modifier.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Assisting urge to death grip.
Ooh,
Mm.
that does connect. That's a hell of a hit too. And you can actually see it knocks the dust off this cube when you get a solid kick on it and manage to land back on your feet. And he's still kind of looking at Winter impressed. He's like, not bad, and catches the cube to the side of the jaw as it comes in from the side angle that he wasn't paying attention to. So this is going to be an acrobatics for him, or I guess athletics. DC is going to be 10 plus the difference between the attack and the target's AC. Okay. Okay, so the DC is going to be 16.
Guys, their AC is 14. We did it.
But he's got to make an athletics check. Natural 20 as it hits the side of his face, and he doesn't no-sell it. It you can see it hurts, and it leaves a mark, and his jaw starts swelling immediately as the teeth sink into the side of his face. But then he immediately grabs it and rips it off, and just kind of starts rubbing the side of his face, I wasn't expecting the scrawny one to be able to hit that hard. That's impressive. Okay, and kind of claps his face to psych himself back up.
I imagine my foot's like still in the air after the kick, and I just like pull my knee closer so I can blow the dust off of my shoe and just stare him down.
And as he's saying that, I throw my ball at him.
All right, yeah, we come to
It's my
winter.
turn next.
Yep,
Assuming
and it
it's
is
turn
exactly 40 feet. So yeah, give me a raw. I'm assuming strength check.
Yeah, so it's just strength, right?
Yep.
Oh my!
What? Everything okay?
Wait, did he not hit a nat 20 on your screen?
No, I hit the
Oh,
net
that's-
20 on the saving throw
I,
for the.
I hadn't
bar.
even rolled when you said that. I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
on my screen, it
Hey,
said,
whatever.
all right, go for a roll, and then a dice went around and hit a nat 20. So my die is like, my thing's all messed up.
Aw.
Oh, then I got a nat 20. He's right. Look.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, look right there. I know 17 does hit, so he's gonna have to make another saving throw. He's going to, athletics. Yeah, he is perfectly fine, but he is like blown back to the back of his pedestal after taking 2 solid hits. As this one hits him in the stomach, kind of knocks the wind out of him. He's just, all right. One of you guys want to step up front for a minute?
What about Art's thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then a fist just comes in.
It's just this guy can't get a break.
This guy's getting actually. He's going through it, man. That's a +8. Okay. Yeah, well.
That does
15.
hit. That does connect.
Next D.
Would the one dude trying to do the saving throw, would he have to be at disadvantage? Because that would be kind of like a surprise almost. I don't think he was expecting a whole ass fist.
I'm gonna say
Sneak
with him
attack for
being
sure,
hit
yeah.
twice, like this is gonna be at disadvantage, and there's another thing that's going to happen, so bear with me. It's just something that I had thought about earlier too.
He dies.
So
He dies.
this is at disadvantage. So the 5 + 7 would be a 12. The 15. Just 111. So
Hit
while
by
he
the
would.
ball is a 15.
The hit by the ball was a 15, yeah. As he's trying to get it out of his stomach, and Art just presses the attack even further. This was an unwritten rule in the goat ball thing, but this was something that I had thought about. Is if somebody gets hit so many times, it's just going to be a knockout because the void cubes take such a tax on you. So yeah, no. As he goes to pull it off of his stomach and kind of looks back for a second to look at this guy over here. He's just like, hey, you want to step up front for a minute? As the fist connects with the one in his gut, and you just hear, and he immediately just kind of, while he does endure and barely stay on the platform, you watch as his arms start to shrivel up, and he's like, I can't, and throws them off to the side and just doesn't have the leg strength to stand up. It kind of falls onto his ass and tumbles backwards 20 feet down onto the granite.
Jeez.
And you just hear a goof, a very heavy thud as he hits the stone. As he is knocked out.
Just
Now I need to find
unconscious,
what
surely.
happens to the balls here. Just appears to be unconscious, yes. He's still breathing. Da-da-da.
Why are the 2 void cubes different shape? One's a rectangle. Square.
Galen wants to put a single finger in the
square
air, as just to tell everyone that one's down.
Nice.
Like that, okay.
Art does the Cassidy thing where he tips the hat.
Yep.
As his
Also
fist
Cam,
literally comes back on.
I neglected to actually choose those when I sent you this the first time. That is the most up-to-date character sheet, but I just sent you.
Gotcha. Yeah, I saw the list and I was like, okay. And I know artificers are, prepare spells. So
Right, yeah, so I those are the ones I'm actually preparing.
Gotcha. Thank you. Yeah, so how this works. If the attack hits and knocks the target off, the attacker gets possession of the ball again. If the attack hits and the target isn't knocked off, the player nearest the target gets possession of the ball. So, In this case, you hit and knocked him off with the ball. Both of the orbs, both immediately look back toward you, Art, and fly up to you.
Shit.
And, like, they fly up to you like they are going to, like, hit you with heavy impact, and they stop abruptly right in front of you for you to claim.
I grab the balls. I play with them.
You know, I was going to say, can someone please clip that exact statement, but that's even better. Thank you. All right, so that is where we are at right now. I will say you can use one reaction to pass a ball, but if you wish to pass another one, it will take an action if it is on your turn.
I'll pass one to Secret Agent Clank.
Hell yeah.
Gotcha. One is over 268. Which
Do I have to do anything to grab it? Or no?
no, it is an automatic success on grab. So
Cool.
kind of just put your hand out and it starts like it's trying to draw from the essence, and like while you don't feel like you've seen how it's been working on the musculature of people and kind of like draining them the longer it like holds onto them and like impacts people, and you're realizing like, oh well, this isn't that bad, and then you stop and you realize like you can start to feel your power source draining as you're holding it.
Gotcha.
And Winter, before we end your turn, is there anywhere you would like to move?
Just want to move up closer. It's like jump to here and here, or would I need to do all three?
No, you can go.
I want to end up here.
Yeah, you can do that in 2 checks.
Yeah.
So 2 athletics checks for me, please.
But, okay. Yeah.
You are good. All right, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just like flex at the gym bros.
You see, he's just kind of like, he's just standing there with his arms crossed, just grinning at you, just ear to ear. But yeah, 6'8". Secret Agent 6'8". What would you like to do?
So I'm going to move. Could I move to this one?
Yeah, it'll be 2 checks, either athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. Loop, loop. Let me roll his checks. First check.
Yep.
Oof.
Just barely. You're good.
Okay. And then I'm gonna be like, Winter. I'm going to like kind of kick the void cube to Winter to set up like another shot towards someone else.
Gotcha. And so Winter, you are once again in possession of a cube as you reach behind you and receive the ball. Yes.
Good ball.
Anything else you would like to do, 6'8"?
Nope. I'm here to. Whoa. Hold on.
I can throw 6'8" with the ball.
I'm not gonna stop you.
Riley.
I thought about that. I had a thing. I had a plan, but I don't think it's the right time for that plan.
I want Cookie back. I want the Cookie.
He would make himself into a rocket launcher and just attack someone with the void cube.
Perfect.
It's magic. Never mind. That's all magic based. We're good.
Cast RPG.
Yeah, and Winter, you get this cube and you see that it's still got like a hunk of flesh in it from the last combatant, and they got knocked down. It's just kind of chewing on it. You just hear.
I like these things.
All right, we come to Warrior King Trent.
So Trent wants to try something.
Please, by all means.
All right. Trent wants to move here.
Okay.
And preferably, he'd like to go around the red thing. He'd go this way.
Mm-hmm. You can do that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I need your permission on this one. But here's the acrobatics. It's +4.
Yep. It'll be 2 of those.
Well, I still got a 5 though, if that matters. But yeah, rip.
Buddy.
It do be like that.
Can I cheat?
So 2 things. One, Trent, what were you attempting to do?
I was gonna go under the same pillar as that guy and just try to punch him off.
That was explicitly stated in the rules. There is no direct contact with another player.
Oh, okay,
Like there is no
got it.
direct, directly attacking another player. Has to be through some form of usage of the cube.
Okay, got it.
Is there
Well,
anything you
it-
would like to do as you feel yourself losing your footing with your action?
Well, Trent doesn't like to cheat, and so he's not going to Misty Step on that motherfucking thing. I don't have any. I mean, a nat 1's a nat 1, so I guess. Yeah, no, we're just gonna take the L. We're just gonna hit the ground. We're gonna slip up.
Out of curiosity, with the inspiration that Trent gave me, can I expel that inspiration to help Trent with, with some words to help him hopefully stay on?
Unfortunately, those words are for you and you alone.
Well, fuck. All right, goodbye.
Trent's gonna. So he's gonna jump from here. It's gonna be a great fucking jump, like immaculate. And then he's gonna jump from here to here, and he's just gonna like very undershoot it and just fucking like he's playing fucking what's that one fucking game? Like the game show Wipeout.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's
just like rack your ribs on it.
I was gonna try to
Yeah,
rope
he's-
trick you to tie you onto the pole so you don't fall, but it's magical. I can't do it.
He's just fucking getting it, just fucking hitting his whole body on the pillar, pretty much. Like none of it on the top of it. He's just
I can't
gonna
wait till
slide
I'm
off,
actually able to use a rope trick. Rope trick seems stupid.
And
It's
Trent's gonna
it's niche,
fall
but it's
off.
cool.
And he's just gonna be smiling on the ground. He's just fucking dumbass.
Yeah, no. And like the impact knocks the wind out of you and you hear just the entire crowd just go ooh and like kind of like sucking air through their teeth and kind of just like knocks you back as you like splash into the fountain. Just kind of like float there on your back, just smiling, just like that fucking sucked.
Yeah, that fucking McHurted.
Alright, so Trent is voided for now. So, boop, boop.
I'm just gonna put myself over here by who I assume is Equilibrium. That's not Equilibrium.
No, that's that was the Dragonborn from the other party that Equilibrium was
We're
talking
gonna
to.
hang out. We're gonna hang out with New and the crew.
That's perfectly fine. I was gonna say after you're like you'd be able to Misty Step out of the arena afterward. Like they wouldn't object to you like removing yourself from the field for fear of future injury.
How do I ask him to like stealth check a death grip? A little mini nudge to keep him on. But I'm like, nah, I'll just fail it and be embarrassed.
Oh.
Now,
All right.
hear
Yeah,
me
go
out,
ahead.
Cam.
Good.
So if I had a cube and I jumped under the same pillar as somebody, could I like punch him with the pillar?
You could punch him with the cube. You're using
Yeah,
the cube
that's
to
right.
hit him, yeah.
Understood.
Yeah, the cube is the means of getting people to
Cubity.
go away. Yeah. All right, we come to the other two big dudes, and I think how we're gonna do this is this guy's gonna be bold and he's gonna go for it. He's going to take a jump onto this one. So. Natural 20 as he like feels it beginning to crumble and uses the momentum to kick off of it. He's going to attempt to leap towards you, Winter. He's going to attempt to land on your pillar and he is going to attempt to grab the cube while he is there and essentially shove you with it. It's a high-risk maneuver.
Risk.
I like
So,
it.
the athletics to actually get there is good. He's on the same pedestal as you, though there is very little space for two large men.
It's like a
I am going.
contested roll or something?
I'm going to ask for contested athletics check for this, yeah, as he is attempting to essentially strip the ball from you like you would see someone do in football.
Fool. That was close. That was close.
That was really close. Alright, you do manage to fend him off. He is going to have to make a check to see if he falls now.
Yeah, I would definitely be like, as he grabs it, like pushing him.
And it is going to be a disadvantage on, like, you know, how risky this is. This would be acrobatics. This is... He already lost the athletics. That is not going to do it. How do you... how do you fend this man off with the cube?
I just
How do you
wanna, like,
fuck off me, this man?
intimidate him. With like looking scary and growling at him as I shove it into him. Like no more smiling.
Fair
yeah,
enough.
just like shove it off.
As you do, like, you see that he's, like, starting to lose his footing. Like, and just kind of give him that little extra push, like, to the center of the ribcage, right in the sternum. As, he reaches for you and, like, barely gets, like, a part of your jersey, and his fingers just slip, and he goes backwards, and he kind of racks his back on the stone of the fountain before sliding into it. And you hear the
Kneel down.
crowd.
I'll see you at the gym.
You just see
you at the gym.
you see a really shaky, muscular hand come out and give like the Terminator thumbs up out of the fountain,
Oh no.
and the crowd just like gives a huge applause and starts roaring.
And just salute.
Gotta put them back in the turn order because that one had the turn order attached to it. And the other one, seeing that, just starts laughing, and he is also going to make an attempt to jump onto this one real quick. Alright, he is going to have to jump off of it. Has no choice. He's going to go to here. And he is going to... you guys are in possession of both of the cubes. He's just going to wait and brace himself. Then we come to the House Hellmeyer man, who was brought here against his will. He's going to attempt to not do what that man just did. Also, this platform, because of that man's actions, crumble. So he's going to attempt to jump to the same platform and get thrown off to the side over here. So 2 acrobatics. Which of these are... Yep, he's fine. He's over here, and he is just going to brace as well. There's not much they can do without any means of offense right now. Yeah, the one guy that lost both of them kind of fucked him. Art, what would you like to do? You feel, even through your mechanical arm, this thing is draining, like, parts of your life force as you hold it. You feel like you do have to dump it soon, otherwise you're gonna start, you know,
Yeah.
fatiguing.
I'm gonna go right over to this one. I guess, can I go from the one the 6/8's on to this one?
Yeah, you sure can. That'll be 2
Okay,
checks.
I'll go 2 checks.
Good. And good.
Okay, good. I'm gonna throw the cube at this guy right here.
Gotcha. All right, let me see it.
With
That do hit. That do hit a lot. It will not be proficiency for this. This will be a raw.
Oh, it's just raw?
Yeah.
Okay,
raw
so
stat
then
check.
it's 21.
21, still very good. All right, so he does have to make a saving throw. It'll be the same thing. He's going to do acrobatics to attempt to dodge, or to attempt to keep his footing anyway. God damn. It does come into contact with him, but he manages to get out of the way enough to where it just grazes his arm, and like he manages to hold on to it, but it does like spin him on the spot, and you see him start to like teeter backwards and like just all right.
All right, let me ask you a question, Ken. Does that count as one attack or one act? Is it a full action?
I'm gonna say for this, it is going to be the full action.
Okay, copy that.
Yep. Is there anyone else you would like to move? You have up to 1 more movement, I believe, because each of these is considered a 10-foot movement. As long as you're going to the closest.
No, I'm all right here.
Okay. We come back to Galen then.
All right, I'm gonna request the ball once more, Winter. I want you to pass it when I'm up here. So I'm gonna go to here and here.
All right.
So I'll go and move him here, and then 2 checks.
Yep. You're good.
Yeah, I'll pass it.
Okay.
Sick.
So yeah, he makes it there. Winter is
I'll
passing
pass
the
it to you while you're
cube.
midair, though.
And then I'm gonna
Yep,
try
yep.
to kick the ball again at this dude as I'm receiving it.
Like right as you Winter alley-oops it to this space. The second you get here, it's immediately just kicking from the side.
Yeah, like I
And
land on
he's
one
watching,
foot and
he's
like
ready.
pirouette and like roundhouse kick it, basically.
Feel that force coming off of it. Alright.
Well, damn.
That is a 12. That is not going to hit him. It is going to fly wide, and you're going to watch it kind of like when he like turns to the side and it misses him. It's going to like still kind of connect to his essence and orbit around him for a second before finally slowing down and allowing him to stretch it. Apparently, allowing him to God, get hold of it. It is now even more rectangular from the force of the kick. Is there anything else you would like to do? And as he kind of like holds it and kind of looks back at you and just gets this big gnarly grin.
Can I retreat over to this one here?
Yeah, it's another check, but you certainly can.
Sweet. Just gonna see that man and be like, nah, I'm not doing that today.
You're good. All right, and we come back to Winter.
Oh, I'm jumping on him. I'm doing what the other guy did.
Yeah, all right. I guess I just put yourself there. Yeah, we'll call about it.
I was gonna
Fine.
NBA slam dunk it, but I'll just take his now.
All right, got you. Yeah, go ahead and give me 2 checks to make sure the athletics is there to get there.
Was it athletics or acrobatics for the jump?
Either one.
Okay. So it's just 5% chance.
Oh, I forgot it was.
Stop
your
rolling
turn
that 20 for this. I'm wasting them.
You got one
Right.
more in you.
Yes, so
Moving
you are good. All right, it's going to be an opposed athletics check. He wasn't quite ready. He was dealing with Galen's kick still. And he's reeling a little bit, but he's all right. So straight
See?
athletics.
Oh my good rolls are.
Oh, as you do go to wrestle for it, he manages to like. You get a grip on it. You feel it start draining your essence again, and he immediately just like shoulder checks you, pushes it off of the like push your footing off just a little bit, and then takes it and just slams it against the side of your head. I believe on the last one that was considered a knockout for the loser of the contest.
Yeah, they did a acrobatics check.
Yes. It's going to be with disadvantage because you are on a platform with another very large man.
Goodbye, everyone.
No.
I only rolled good for jumping.
I forgot it was your turn next, or else I would have alley-ooped it to you. Just kicked it back up for you to slam dunk.
Come on, it's
The double trouble. That's right.
The rolls would be the same.
But yeah, no, like in a bar fight, someone grabbing a bottle and slapping it across someone's face, he just cold cocks you to the side of the jaw with this as slobber is knocked out of your mouth, and you are sent tumbling down onto the fish of the fountain and breaks straight through the the bit of the fountain, so it starts spraying straight up in this space right here. You hear him just like laughing up there. He's just like, "Say hello to my bro for me."
I'll do the same Terminator thumbs up. The water.
You kind of just like, you see the one that was down there kind of like pull himself up out of the water, look at you, and just be like, "Shit's fun."
Want to arm wrestle?
Fuck yeah, I do.
we just do that the entire game.
Yep. So you guys are down there arm wrestling still. We come back to 6-8. The opponent is on the offensive now.
Yeah. How many do they have left on their squad?
They've got 2 left. You guys have 3 currently.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we
Ignore
down
Winter.
both Archons. This isn't looking...
We tag in.
I'm trying to think of what to do here. Hey, Art, can you throw me at one of them?
I ain't that strong, but I can do my best.
Should have asked Winter to do it, but that's too far away. That was the plan. Was I was going to try to get up to Winter to throw me at one of them so I could keep the cube.
You over here now? I'll throw you as best I can.
Yeah, let's do it. Now jump over to the same pillar as Art.
Sure. Single check for that, please. Alright. Gonna move you just 1 space off so you guys aren't on the same thing. But the cube is long. It do be long. Galen kicked it into a rectangle.
Whoever you think would have the better odds of taking by surprise.
I think we take out the big guy. The other guy seems pretty agile. And so I throw you on my turn. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, that'll be good. I thought. I'll need to iron out the details more, but I believe I have a thing. I don't think I can use it now. But I have a. Yes. Yeah. Right. Okay. We're good. Yeah. Throw me on your turn.
All right. We come back to the big dude. And seeing everything that's been happening, he is going to see you attempting to retreat, Galen. He's going to be like, oh, no, I got something for you. And he's going to attempt to jump to here. He is good. And yeah, no, he is going to dive at you, like cube outstretched forward.
Oh, damn.
So another athletics to make sure he gets there.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. He's there. So he is going to dive towards you and attempt to, this is going to be for the sake of his throw. He is going to dive at you in a horizontal manner and sort of spiral his body as the cube comes towards you. It's going to be a 16 to hit.
Is that athletics or acrobatics?
Does it connect first to your base AC? 10 plus whatever your raw
Oh,
dex is.
it barely connects, but yeah.
Yeah. Then yeah, it is going to be athletics or acrobatics to withstand the hit and to make sure that you do not get knocked off yourself. Yeah, you are good. Is that the first hit you've taken?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you are good. As he does that, lands on the platform beside you, and he is going to attempt to kick off and move on to the next one. Just to make sure that he is okay. And he is fine. And he does that, and you watch as, like, he's kind of, like, laughing and chuckling, but then you watch as, like, his legs start shaking, and they begin to also, like, turn that same, like, grayish, like, raisin color. It's just like, ain't nothing to it, just warming up a little bit, just gotta stretch. And you see him actually like go down to like do a squat, and he almost gets stuck and has to like pick himself back up because he is still effectively holding the cube. He will have disadvantage on his checks for holding onto the cube for more than a turn. Next one, the roguish man is going to see you guys setting up. He's gonna be like, yeah, I'm not getting paid enough for this, and is going to He's gonna throw the cube in the air like toward you guys, like he's handing it to you. He's gonna take out a small, like a throwing hammer from his belt, and he's gonna wing it. He's gonna use his dexterity to knock it into you, and attempt to knock 6-8 out of your hands, Art.
Shoot there.
This is gonna be dex. It's a 14 against your base AC, 6-8.
14 against my mate base AC. Let me check that.
I was gonna
real
say
quick.
yours is, if I'm not mistaken, because of like
Naturally high,
general
right?
rulings, naturally very high.
Yes. Yeah, that's a 17.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it does fly by you, and it starts to like circle around your essence, the same as before, and orbit around you until and you see the hammer just kind of falls and clangs to the ground, but you do manage to get contact with the orb or the sphere. They're fucking cube. Jesus Christ, the square hole. They all go in the square hole. It's fine. And you see he's just like, oh. Well then, as I said, I don't get paid enough for this. He's going to attempt to 5, 10, or sorry, 10, 20, 30 away. That's 3 checks. His acrobatics. All right, all that is good, and that is his turn. And we come back to Art.
Okay. 13, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So he's 55 feet away from me. I can shoot my fist 60 feet. Can I have 6-8 grab onto my hand as I shoot it like a rocket?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
That's fucking rad.
Okay. No.
No.
Can I do anything to fix that? Let's see what I got on my end.
It's going to be a natural one on Art's end, but tell me what you were doing to fix that. Like,
Yeah.
what's your
let me
make a case for me
see what
to
I
save
got.
yourself? Because what this would effectively do is, since you're holding on to it, if it's off aimed or if it hits a pillar or something, it is going to send you hurtling down. So how are you salvaging this?
Can I try? I have 3 ways I could try to fix this. I'm thinking rope trick, catapult, which does this say it's explicitly magical? It is a transmutation spell. I'm trying to think of a way. I was gonna use either rope trick or catapult to try to like change the trajectory of the.
You can attempt to. It would be effectively
yeah.
cheating, but it would require a sleight of hand check since they do require, components.
Let's not. We're not cheating here. We're not cheating to win here.
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna stop you if you want to try to cheat, but it would require a sleight of hand. Otherwise, at the very least, a lot of these Ragnors know the rules, and Gunter definitely knows the rules.
Yeah. I'm looking at what I got, and I just don't think there's anything I have. Yeah, I got nothing. That wouldn't be cheating.
Okay, I will allow you a chance at a. You're gonna have to release the cube to do it in this case, but you would have to succeed on a athletics or acrobatics saving throw, or just a check to see if you can grab onto a pillar instead of hitting the ground.
So
That's
how do
money.
we-
Yeah.
Sweet.
And I'll say, like, the cube does, like, we'll say you get out to, like, here, like, toward this one from the propulsion, but the cube falls off about here or so and is going to instead makes its way to the nearest person, so yeah, it would effectively still just go to you once it is dropped. Like, it just kind of, like, leashes back onto you. Does bang you up a little bit. That is going to count as, like, taking a hit because you were just jettisoned into a pillar. But,
Right.
You are
I'm
good.
sorry, 6-8.
No, it's fine. It's fine. That was within air parameters. We're okay.
All right.
Barely.
Art, is there anything else you would like to do?
Uh,
You would still have movement.
Out of preservation, I'm just gonna go. I think I want to go to. Actually, I think I'm just gonna go up one.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Ooh,
10.
you're fine. You're fine. Stumble a little bit because you're still a little shaky after that, but you're good. All right. If that is you, then we come back to Galen.
So, I want to jump over and acrobatics off of the void cube to go back to the same column I'm on. Like to push him. Like use my force to kick it
You're
basically.
literally kicking
Yeah.
to him and then backflipping off of it. Hell yeah! All right.
Yeah.
We're making offense here.
That's right. Give me an acrobatics check. I will say this is going to be a single acrobatics check, but yeah, no. I was gonna say the DC's a little bit higher, but that's plenty.
Sick.
So that is going to be. That is going to count as a hit on him. And he's going to attempt to hold his ground.
Okay, I didn't know if I had to roll again or not.
No, this is his save.
Oh shit. Oops.
Yeah, he... Well, hold on. What's the math on this? That's a 12.
He's also at disadvantage, right? Since he was...
He was. You are correct. Honestly, with him being that weak and from the disadvantage, I'm going to count the natural 20 as your attack roll as well. I'm not going to take that away from you.
Okay.
Because that makes more sense. So yeah, no. With the natural 20, please describe to me how you kick this man, like kick the cube into this poor man that's trying to hold himself up.
So when I'm jumping in the air and I land on the cube, I'm gonna smirk at him and wave my hand bye-bye, and then just jump, do a backflip back onto the column.
Actually casting kick, yeah. Fuck yeah, and you see he's like, he kind of like, he looks tired, like the cube is almost about to like put him to sleep, and he kind of just cocks his head like a confused dog, like, what? And then he realizes he's not holding it anymore, and like his eyes go kind of wide, and he like does the like arm wobbles of like trying to get his balance before just like sliding off the back and tumbling as over tea kettle down, and kind of just landing flat on his stomach on the ground and just falling asleep on the spot as his arms and legs start to return to their natural color. And the cube sucks up to you.
I want to spin the cube on my finger like a basketball.
The crowd fucking loves it. They're eating that shit up. Alright, and we
then-
come back to, go ahead. If you
Can I
have,
move
you
over
have some
here?
movement, yeah. Sure you can.
Yeah. That's all I want to do is just go over here.
Perfect.
Please don't that one after that. Okay, thank God.
Imagine you just fall off. Oops.
You just hear the rogue in the back. Oh, dear. Alright, 6-8. It is on to you.
I'm just gonna go for a shot, clean shot on him. Like
Yep,
I'll
you got the
jump in
range.
and throw.
Pick your
Yeah.
stat and go for it. Just a raw stat check.
Roll stat check for the throw.
Oh, yeah. Give me an athletics if you are getting closer.
Yeah.
Or acrobatics or athletics, either way. You're good.
Okay, and then it doesn't matter what stat.
Whatever you would like. This is drawing off of your force of will.
Right. Okay. My best is intelligence, so let's go.
Yeah, hit him with the nerd cube.
Under, yeah. Fuck.
Oh yeah, now he does manage to duck under it, and you see him like he ducks under it and like getting a feel for it now. He kind of like sticks his hand straight back, like underneath behind him, like he's waiting for someone to low five him, and it just kind of like comes straight back, and he gets ready to like windmill it back towards you, and he is going to do exactly that unless you would like to move.
Out back to this one.
You can. It's another check, but go for it. Yep, you're good.
Music makes me feel like I'm in a bar brawl.
Basically,
Like
yeah.
this
It's
track
so
a
good.
lot.
Pyre's so fucking good. I should go back and like actually finish that game. But yeah, no, you see like he actually acts like he's starting to get a feel for it, and like he winds up almost like a softball, like low hand, like speed pitch, sees you jump out of the way and sees Galen behind you and just like, that'll do. And just goes straight in that direction. So, he's going to attempt to throw at Galen with that. It's going to be with his dexterity. I'm guessing that does not hit.
Nope.
Alright. You come into possession of yet another cube. And he is going to realize the situation he's in and attempt to back off. He doesn't want to corner himself, but yeah, no, he's just going to attempt to back himself right here. He's good. Okay. And we are back to Art.
Alrighty. Do you... I guess, I'm gonna jump to this one and then do the same thing where I hold my reaction, or hold my action with the fist. So I got 2.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep, you're good. Alright, you are holding your action for the fist. Galen,
Yeah.
you got 2 cubes. What you doing?
So, since I have extra attack, can I hit both, like throw both of them, basically?
In this case, I'm going to say no, because an attack in this is just one whole action.
Heard.
If you would like to, I would allow a reaction to pass, because I think that's a little more fair.
Okay.
Pass it to 6-8.
Yeah, I want to pass 1 to 6-8.
Okay.
But, like, hold on to this real quick.
Yeah. You can have the rectangle.
And then I want to see if I can leap in the air to do like an overhead kick on the void cube over to this dude. See if I can hit him with it.
Yeah, it's about 30 feet away. Go for it. Just like a bicycle kick.
Yeah.
And go for it. That absolutely connects.
Roll bad, roll bad, roll bad, roll bad.
Well, we'll see. He's gonna have to.
Let's fucking go.
That is a pretty bad roll. What's the difference? That does fail. He needed a 16. So, as you do, this connects, and he sees the one going over at 6-8, and he thinks he's ready, and the void cube just, like, you feel it kind of like the wind off of it almost knock your hat off, Art, as it flies through, and he ducks like last time to be ready for it, and it hooks around, and instead of attempting to return to his person, just hits him in the back of the head, as he wasn't prepared for it, and he just kind of like immediately like body crumbles onto his knees and just slumps off and splashes down into the water as the crowd begins roaring yet again. And the Void Cube Summit has come to a close.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I don't know what.
Easy.
Yeah.
Me and that guy at the bottom, we're still arm wrestling. It's the same match.
It's just been going the entire time.
Yeah.
Galen's still on there stoically, just with a fist in the air, just basking in the victory.
Yeah. And yeah, no, you hear Gunter yell out. You know, it's been a while since I have actually seen people do this without cheating or without, you know, actually just trying to tackle each other off of the platform and wrestling over the ball, like some people do. Looks down at the one that's in the pool with Winter. However, this has been a wonderful Void Cube Summit. Thank you all for coming out and enjoying this with us. And I would like to personally thank everyone for coming out to the restoration effort and helping us in a time of uncertainty and a time of need that we're going to need to... Look, I'm really bad at talking. If you guys can go home if you want to. Archons, would you like to say anything? Warrior King Trent, I believe you're up here already.
Yeah, thanks for coming out and enjoying the Void Cube Summit. I know Ragnar would have really liked to be here. Can we all have a moment of silence for King Ragnar?
You see
Mood
this
killer.
one over here kind of like holds a hand up, like he's waiting to ask a question in a classroom.
Yeah.
Aren't we all Ragnars?
Lazarus, sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'll be quiet. They all kind of bow their heads, and all you can hear across the arena is like loud snoring coming from this side, as the Etten kind of like takes its left arm and like reaches over and like shakes the shoulder on the right side, and the other one wakes up just sorry. As it seems one of them is usually asleep while the other is awake.
Yeah.
Are we still at the up there like talking to everybody?
Yeah, like it's kind of just like everybody's kind of just like chatting now. No one's really filing out yet. Just
Just one thing. Some of y'all may already know. Hi, I'm Art. I'm not really a speaker, but just so you know, Archon Trent and I, we have put together a census. If you would please fill that out, so we can get some accurate stats on this place. I'd really appreciate it.
you hear a lot of whispering. Just like you hear specifically from over here. Just what's a census? I don't know. Can you eat it? And you hear Gunter. You see Gunter like rubbing his like eyebrow, just pinching his eyebrow, just like, I'll take care of it. Don't worry. I'll make sure all of you get. I'll hand you out a paper and a crayon, and you'll be able to fill it out. All right, and then you just give it back to me. That's all it is. You guys just have to check boxes and look at pictures. And you see a
We
lot
made
of
it
them
as
just like,
easy
"Oh,
as
all right."
possible. We just made it pictures only. No words needed.
You see a lot of them seem very agreeable. Seem like to be nodding. Even the goblins are just kind of like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Oh, and you can drop that now, little guy. Don't you worry about that. And 6-8, you realize the void cube you're holding is still kind of trying to leech off of you.
I should put that down.
You should probably put that down.
Yeah, I put it. Yeah.
Yeah, as you release it, it kind of just like it starts to like try to fly back towards you for a minute, and then you see, oh god, it's stretching. Hey, I fixed it. But then you see like it starts to fly back towards you, and you see the teeth like coming out of the center of it, and it's like almost stretches in its form as like this dragon maw back here opens up, and it's like a vacuum sucking it back in into the somewhere into the arena. And you two down there, I know you're Mr. Co-Archon, I know you are in the middle of an arm wrestling match, but is there anything you would like to say to the people?
For eminence! I said that too loud in my house.
You hear particularly New and the goblins up here just like start cheering, and like New starts just like clapping his big meaty hands together as they I don't know, they seem pretty fond of you. New seems pretty fond of you for the arm wrestling match and the heart to heart and the ale you guys shared at the one point.
I like him. He almost tore my arm off.
He did almost tear your arm off. Yeah, no, the concession stand's on the way out. There will be a prize under 3 seats that were in the arena, so please check under your chairs before you leave. Other than that, please get out of the Summit Stadium. We have to clean up. There's a lot of blood to clean up, I'm sure. We gotta cart some bodies out of here. Not bodies. They're not dead. Just, you know, the guys that are a little sleepy. And look back down in the ring, and there's like 2 sleeping Ragnars and the wizard that's still unconscious, like in a puddle.
The Trent is gonna cast healing words on those guys just so they didn't die.
Yeah, they all appear to just be like unconscious.
Violence in America on the rise.
But they do start getting up, and just like you see clerics are like making their way into the actual arena now to tend to them as well. No, also, Mount Claw, if you would, a word outside of the, back at the house. Let's just get out of here. But well done. Good job.
No more claw.
There's no more claw. There's a Mount Claw.
Oh.
Mount.
It's literally Mount. That's all it is.
That's Mount A.
Mount A.
Mount.
We're just mad.
Yeah, no. Making your way out. The pedestals do all kind of like sink into the ground and let you guys down easy. And there are clerics down there to, you know, patch you up with anything that you may have needed for health point. Like any injuries you may have sustained, any bite marks, stuff like that. Tend to be pretty nasty little creatures. But making your way out, you do see someone carting the other rogue out the other side, and he kind of just like motions to you, Gale, and just like, hey, good game, I guess.
Good game. You owe me that info. I do like finger guns at him with a little snap.
I was gonna give it to you anyway, but yeah, let me get a nap and I'll get right on that.
I'm throwing the thumbs up. Let him be carted off.
And he actually does pass back out, and one of the clerics is just like, he'll be in the main lobby. Don't worry, we got a couple of side rooms where we're taking care of people from this.
Well, thank you.
Of course. And making your way back to the main lobby, you guys do see a lot of the your gear is returned to you, of course. It was placed in chest outside of the gates. But making your way back to the lobby, you do see a bunch of some of the officer Ragnors are like kind of just like marching with a couple of people behind them, and have a couple of recruits, it seems like, heading toward the mess hall. They're just like, yeah, you're gonna have to fill out this census. I know some of you may not know how to read, and you hear some of them pipe up, just be like, who can't read? And a couple of the people, like a couple of the recruits in the crowd, just kind of like nervously like fold their arms and just kind of like look at the ground. And they seem to be taken to the mess hall to fill out whatever forms are necessary. But in there you do see Gunter helping like tend to some of the people that got knocked out during that. It's just, well, good show, everybody. I may or may not have put a little bit of money down on that match. Not gonna lie. So, while I am out 1,000 gil. Nah, I'm just kidding. Here you go. And he hands you the sack that had the jerseys in it initially. He hands back over to you guys, and he's appears to have another 2,000 gold from that match.
Oh, nice.
You can split that up however you like. I'm not gonna be picky about it. I appreciate you all keeping up with the spirit of tradition here. I feel like we really needed it for morale. It's been hard. It's been really hard the last few weeks.
Yeah, of course.
If anyone deserved it, it's y'all. Y'all are the greatest. I couldn't have asked for better people to be around. And I do gotta say, it's okay to take breaks and to mourn and to grieve over the things that have happened. So feel free to, do so. But, I'm doing what Lazarus would have did.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's what he would have wanted. God, you train a kid for over 100 years and you think he's gonna do great things, but you don't realize he's gonna free your entire family from the curse that's been beholden to you guys for this long.
Change the fucking world, yeah.
Stupid, stubborn bastard. I hate him. You see, like, he's trying to hide a tear. Just kind of, like, scrunches his face a little bit, pushes it back up in there. Just... Well, anyway, well done. Take your money, split it however you want it. I don't know what's next for all of you, but I do have. I know one of you was wanting to go do something or run some sort of errand that might actually align with some interests here, and about that point, out of the archive, you see Equilibrium, kind of just like walking and holding a couple of scrolls under his arm. Just yes, that would be quite right. Is sorry I could not participate. I was indisposed at the time, reading this massive scroll that has been written on in crayon, and I've been trying to decipher it.
It's the most Ragnar thing I've heard in my life.
There are many misspellings and many letters are written backwards. I'm pretty sure one of them was a cat, but we got what we needed out of the information at the very least. How did the summit go? Sure, it was a wonderful time.
I ate shit and fell off a pillar.
I took a bath and arm wrestled.
The boys were just having a good time. It was great.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. I'm just sorry I couldn't have participated myself. Anyway, as I may have mentioned, I have a particular interest I would like to pursue. If it behooves all of you, or if it does not, I understand. I can undertake it on my own, or with there are several capable bodies here. I'm sure someone could lend a hand. My mother mentioned over in Dragon's Envy, up in the monastery in the back of Opulence, there was some sort of old dying dragon, and I've been very interested in learning about my kind, where I come from, and I feel like if I have this chance and not very much time to work towards it, I should probably... Well, perhaps I'm already too late, but I won't know if I don't go and check.
Yeah, you definitely should.
Right, but I also understand there are many matters to be handled here still, so I would understand if some or all of you weren't able to secure that time right now. It would be no hard feelings, of course. Well, very little hard feelings. But, I guess I would like to ask, who all will be available to accompany me? It should take a few days, possibly a week maximum. It's not very far away, unless things come up. But we have means of communicating if things do go awry.
This man is charged with aggravated murder.
I want to see a dragon.
That would do wonders for just my research, and it might help. It might help out arts.
I'm afraid. Well, what?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, as much as I'd love to, there's a lot of stuff I've still got to do here.
Right.
I might
been drowning in paperwork, I presume.
The drowning would be that's an easy way of saying that. Yes, drowning is moderate for what's actually going on.
You guys are like still out in the lobby itself, where like a lot of the people are moving through the thoroughfare area, and off to the side, Gunter is in one of the little has kind of sauntered to one of the little medical cabins where people are being taken care of, and the Hellmeyer rogue is in there, and he's just kind of like making sure he's okay, and he pops his head. He's just like, the next son of a bitch that says paperwork is getting hit in the head. You understand?
Paperwork.
All right.
This is my trauma.
Trigger work.
Oh no, it's a 19.
What's your AC, Art?
20.
Out from the side of the through one of the small windows in the room, he opens it and he wings his warhammer and just catches you in the leg. And you feel like he probably could have gone for your head but chose not to because he knows that he kind of needs you intact. And that's gonna be
Oh no. 9 points of force damage.
Listen, 6-8.
5 points of bludgeoning damage to, your, like, to your, just to the
shit.
shin.
Oh. Not as bad as the paperwork.
It's our trauma, not just yours. Now shut up.
Get back to work.
I could say the same to you. I'm working right now. And you
I'm
see
gonna file a
something-
harassment.
You see some of the that file's going to you, dumbass.
Shit.
It goes up the chain. But you hear some of the clerics just like, Mr. Gunter, please lower your voice. And you see like some of the patients are kind of like uneasy, and the one Hellmeyer rogue does kind of like get up and open his eyes a little bit, just like, yeah, why is everybody yelling?
I'm tired. That's why I'm yelling. I can't handle much more of this, but I gotta.
Yeah, I feel that.
You ever had to go to work and then you get called in later that day and you have to like double up? That feeling, that dreading feeling that you're gonna have to do this all day. I've had to do that for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I guess our lines of work are a little bit different. There's paperwork involved, but I'm more in the lines of scouting and information gathering, not information recording. Anyway, where's that pale guy? The one with the burns.
Hey. He's gonna like peek out from behind someone. Just hey.
Perfect. We've got a little bit to talk about. Yeah. And see, kind of sits up and like sits himself up a little bit. Just this is just gonna be a little aside from like that conversation that was happening as well. But he just kind of sits up. He's just like, all right, now, what are you looking for? Is it a person? Is it a item? You looking for big magical artifacts like a bunch of the more arcane types around here have been doing for the last 2 weeks, and asking about where they can get their hands on some world-ending gemstone or something?
Not quite like that. And I want to use perception to kind of like paranoidly look around to see if anyone could be suspect of being weird.
Sussing out people's intentions would be more insight, I would
Heard.
say.
Now, I would do insight then to look around the room for a second before answering.
Sure.
Should be just that. Oh, see. Sweet. Jesus Christ.
18. Good roll. Looking around, you do get the feeling a lot of the people in here are either unconscious still, or like kind of in a stupor anyway, so it is hard to get on some of them. But the people that are awake and like would accurately hear you guys out in your conversation, all seem to be genuinely concerned about their current situation that's going on around them, and seem like they wouldn't be too interested in what's going on here regardless.
I'll turn back to the rogue and be like, sorry, force of habit.
No, I
and like kind of in a
understand
whisper.
It's good to be paranoid. Sometimes.
I'll whisper, just be like, what do you know about Vornox?
His eyes like kind of cocks an eyebrow, just like, name's familiar, but I'd have to. I could probably ask that scaly guy. He's been doing a lot of research here at the Ragnar house. See what he can dig up. But if anyone's got that information, it's probably gonna be him. So, if you catch my drift, you may want to see if you can get in good with him.
All
Get
right.
on his good side. Maybe he's found something for you. And if
I
not,
appreciate
then
it.
I mean, well, I guess you're welcome to stick around here and ask around, but it wouldn't surprise me if he'd found something. He's had his nostrils buried in books from here to Stardust Ravine for the last couple of weeks.
So Galen's gonna like kind of crouch. Is he like on the bed still, basically, from being kind
Yeah,
of
he's on a little
roughed
like
up?
medical cot.
All right. Well, Galen's gonna kind of like crouch down and be like, "Well, thanks." And Hunter always finds his trail, and he pats him on the back and starts walking towards the man in question that he was saying I need to ask about.
Mm-hmm. And you hear him mumble on your way out, just like, "Yeah, I think I need to take a break from hunting for a while."
You got this. I'm like walking away with a thumbs up.
He just kind of groans with a headache. But yeah, no, the man in question is a primarily black and silver scaled dragonborn. That was the one that had just come out of the room recently. You would have overheard talking about needing to go to Dragon's Envy and basically asking his group among like who was willing to go with him at the time.
Yes, kind of want to stroll and be like, "Hey, I was pointing your guys' direction." Hello.
Hello, yes, Mr. I don't believe we've met. I'm sorry. I'm Equilibrium, and your name is
Galen. Nice to meet you. And I kind of give him I want to give like a forearm shake, see if I can.
You're able to, and you do appear to be stronger than him. It seems like you kind of like shake his whole arm a little bit, and he's not really ready for it. Just yes, of course. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Galen. If you're interested, we are looking for recruits and able bodies to make a quick excursion, hopefully no longer than a week excursion out to Dragon's Envy to see what is going on in their monastery. I believe we were also... It was mentioned by what seems like a cult, not leader, but their general that showed up here not too long ago after the excursion. That they had business over there recently, and if there is, in fact, a dying dragon over there somewhere, I would very much like to know if it is still alive and what damage has been caused by Valan's hand and their ilk.
Sounds interesting. Could there be any other potential threats over there? Demons and such?
With how things have been lately, it's quite likely. I won't sugarcoat it. I don't know if there's a correlation between these demons coming out of thin air and Valan's hand themselves, the cult that keeps popping up and looking for these shards of Voldaris, and I believe to be some sort of tainted shards that are scattered about as well in these artifacts. But if they are looking for artifacts, and it seems that they are, it seems that they have made their way over there, and that there was not one that they were looking for, but that doesn't mean they couldn't have caused trouble. That doesn't mean there might not still be trouble there. That is why I'm looking for a bit of an entourage to make sure that things go smoothly as possible.
And the team is...
It would currently be, it seems, myself, Winter here, and, yeah, the little fellow, the little metal man.
Hello.
Okay, I could join you, but I do request one thing in exchange for this help.
We can see what we can do for you. What would that be?
I need info in Vornox.
I haven't heard anything about the specific name, but there are many, I take it, named fiends that are out there. May I inquire as to why you are looking for this one in particular?
I'm just gonna kind of raise my hand to show off like my burns on my face, my burns on my arms, and then when I open up my palm, my right palm, you can see the two burns that look like a figure 8 on my palm.
Right. Seems you have a score to settle. Well, whatever your reasons, we can certainly, I'll go digging in the library and see what I can find on this Vornox for you, if that sounds good. And we can prepare and attempt to... Frankly, if the clock is running as thin as it is, I would like to leave by morning.
All right. You're in charge here. I'll take it. Sounds like a deal.
Much appreciated. Do you require any compensation besides this?
This leather armor doesn't seem to be fitting too well, but I can adjust. I should be good.
And you actually do hear Gunter say something, just like, if you're going with them, you're as good as one of us anyway, and you're a member of the house now. Not like officially, but honorarily. And if that's the case, we have to sign some. And you see he like scrunches his face a
Paperwork?
little bit. Don't fucking say that. We have to sign some parchment to. We'll get you some. We'll get you some gear. We'll get you geared up.
Perfect.
The legal work will be taken care of. You see he like trundles off back toward the library. No. Equilibrium also kind of like looks over at Trent at this point and just, Warrior King Trent, I'm feared to ask, but will you be accompanying us? You've been awful quiet, or do you have business to tend to here? I would understand if you did.
Trent's kind of adorning like a pea coat and getting this his shit together. He's like, I got some business to attend to in the Emberwood, so I'm gonna be going down there for a little while. I should be back by the time you guys come back around to Eminence, though.
Right, I understand. It's a difficult time for everyone, and I'm sure that everyone has their own personal agendas that do need tending to. That is why I thought I would ask ahead of time. That way I have, a little bit of an idea of the people that will be accompanying me. Because I was I was planning on going on my own if I had to. So I do appreciate the help, though. Thank you very much.
Trent kind of hands over to Equilibrium his sending stone to him. Just call me if you ever need me. I'm just a little bit away. I won't be too far.
Of course. And good luck with your excursion and doing what you need to do. I'm sure you'll find whatever you're looking for. You are a brave warrior king, after all.
Oh, brave's a strong statement, but yeah.
You are an alive warrior king.
Sometimes that's all enough. All I need is to be alive.
When he says brave, you also hear just a laughing in the back of your head, Trent.
Rude.
Yeah.
You just hear a yeah, right.
Trent kind of gathers his things and he just kind of nods to Art and he just takes a stack of paperwork with him, so he's at least doing something for. He's not just fucking leaving all of the stuff for Art to do.
Right, packing it away in a bag.
Oh, thanks.
Art's a fucking zombie.
And Trent leaves Eminence to go to Emberwood and do some things down there.
All right. And Gunter sees that and does like see you off properly. Gives you his blessing, kind of claps you on the back, just like, I swear to the gods and the powers that be that if you don't come back after we just had all of this happen, I'm going to find you in the next life and I'm going to break your legs. Do you understand?
What if I don't have legs in the next life? Like,
I'll cave your skull in.
Okay, that's fair.
All right.
And he just fucking walks off, like sweat dripping down his neck. Oh God.
Hey, by the way, and he's gonna like take something out of his pocket, and it's gonna be a smaller version of one of the rubies with an ornate R carved into it, and that was used to open the door, like the marble doors in House Ragnar. He's gonna toss it to you. That's our insignia. If you need anything, if you need to show that you are a member of the house and a high-ranking member of power, you flash that to someone, and they'll give you a little more respect. You understand?
So like Ragnar would, Lazarus would do that, and people wouldn't care.
Make them care.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. You're right. I remember watching Ragnar do that, Lazarus do that a couple of times, and it's just like, yeah, sometimes it made things worse, and so I guess it really just depends on who you show it to.
Yeah,
I-
I know.
okay.
I know. Sometimes it made things worse. All right, we're still paying off that card of magic items that the poor Eric Cocker lady had to run by us, and we had to pay for the card as well, because he told her
Yeah.
that we were gonna pay for that, and it's fine. It's
But
fine. Fuck.
Yep,
And he just
yep.
walks back into the house, just fuming.
I think he's doing good.
Can Galen catch up to Trent for a second to talk to him?
That's between y'all. Yeah.
Okay, so Galen's gonna like try to approach you. Sir, Trent, right?
Yeah. What's up?
So this is a bit of an ask, but if you head that way, can you stop at Fox and Trail? And then if I have a map, I just want to show him exactly where it is. Like, you're not gonna find this if you don't look for it, so please remember this.
Yeah.
I need you just to see how the people are doing, and if there are any people that are kind of weird, specifically tieflings, and that's about it. I just need you to see on how the people are doing.
Is it like, okay, I'm cool with seeing how the people are doing. Is there something wrong with the tieflings? It's like,
No, the tieflings are fine. They're great, in fact.
okay.
I just want to see how they are doing specifically. They don't do too well
Well,
down there.
knowing, well, it looks like, and Trent kind of points towards on the map where you pointed at, like towards Carmine Glade. I'm sure the elven people of that area have scouted around the area. I'm sure it's pretty fine, but I'll run through it there and back, because I have to go through it past the Emberwood, and then I'll have to come back through it. So I'll have like a couple of different days to look at it and see if it's okay.
No, that's perfectly fine. I appreciate it, and I bow to you. Like, thank you.
Oh, please don't do that. I'm not ready for that right now. That's a lot of responsibility. I know it's just a name. I'll be honest with you. I'm just a guy. I just so happen to have the title now. I feel like yesterday I walked into Shatterhold and I got called a Warrior King, and then that's okay. I'm gonna keep talking if you don't stop me. Okay.
Galen is just staring at you like this is a lot to take in right now. this is a lot. But no, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Okay, thank you.
The guy drinking on the side of
Bye.
the road just started trauma dumping.
Trent kind of just walks off and he looks down at the map. He's like, "Oh, that's dangerously close to home. I hope it's okay."
I was gonna say, inconveniently, that location is now marked on your map.
Yeah, I see. Let's go.
E. But yeah, no. Okay.
Who who drew Homer Simpson on the map?
God damn it, not again.
I didn't tonight.
It's been there for a while.
Oh my god, I'm always so zoomed in. I didn't even see. You know what? That's fine. I could say.
I sent a picture of it to I think like Marty or whoever I assumed drew it.
That's hilarious.
I didn't
If Marty
even
drew it, I
realize
have
it
to
was
leave
there
it. Fine.
until I moved my dice roller out of the way, then I saw Homer.
That's great.
Homer. Homie.
And you see Gunter making his way back in. Seems a little frustrated, but looks over at you, Winter, and it's just like, I hate to say it, but it looks like you're probably the best bet to wrangle this band of misfits. I know it's not your usual, accompaniment, but you're used to bringing interesting folk around with you, right?
Yeah, I'm good friends with Equilibrium there.
You see, Equilibrium's like, oh yes, I mean, we won't be completely in the company of strangers at the very least. We'll just be bringing on some new faces and meeting new people to bring into the fold of Mount Claw. Even if just for a single excursion or, well, however long they wish to stay. At the very least, we have more friendly faces to call on in the future. And Gunter kind of nods like, yeah, it's honestly amazing how many people we've had come out of the woodwork to lend their aid here. It's been incredibly nice not having to shoulder all of this. Thank you, by the way, all of you. All of you, and he, like, looks around to even, like, the medical staff and kind of scares them by, like, raising his voice. He's like, sorry, I didn't mean to, I'm very appreciative of everybody not essentially leaving me to handle all of this by myself. And I'm thankful that while he seems like a complete bastard, I'm glad that that Silver guy was able to get our family back. Every single person. So, it's better than nothing. If you are going out that way, though, that monastery, it's normally pretty well defended, but from what I've seen from being stuck in opulence for who knows how long, going out to get groceries and then going and thinking that I needed to go get groceries again, it's not looking good for the Dragon Shadow right now. It seems like they've been struggling lately, and it seems like if what Silver said was true, then it's probably a case of bad to worse for them right now. There's some pretty nasty shit that lives up on that mountain. So, you may want to bring a bit of extra firepower with you. If you want to have a look at some of the new recruits over in the mess hall, probably wouldn't go amiss.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Thank you.
And take the others with you, too. Let it be a group decision. It's not just, I don't want to put all this on you. As we can see from all this, like, situations like this are too big for one person alone, for one person to make a call on. I'm gonna go get back to the parchment. He walks to the door to the library and stops for a second and just takes a deep breath and sighs and goes back in.
Yeah, it's 9 to 5. It's brutal.
It's 9 to 9s. Sometimes overtime. If that is the case, then yeah, what do you wish to do?
So they can. Oh. So everyone's here, right? We're all just around the equilibrium.
At the moment, yeah, seems like it.
Well, when do you all want to head out? Tomorrow? Sleep tonight?
Tomorrow would be ideal. Yes.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I guess he's kind of like kick his shoes along the ground, like, yeah.
I suppose doing the
Oh,
whole, like,
well, welcome to Mount Claw. It's Galen, right?
Yep. That's not a
I'm
big sigh.
Well, I'm 6'8". If you ever need information on kind of what goes on around here, or if you would just need a refresher on the inner workings of how this place is, let me know.
Thanks. He like kind of looks you up and down. It's like, I appreciate it, little guy.
And I just wanted to, Art walks over and kind of like holds his hand out. I just wanted to formally introduce myself. I know we talked a little tiny bit before we started, but my name's Art LeBlanc. I'm I guess I do paperwork around here. I guess. Sorry, I do some bureaucratic work around here.
A book.
But I am officially part of Mount Claw. I might be taking a little hiatus so I can get things in order here, but maybe eventually, we'll work together a bit more.
Sounds like a good plan. Pleasure to meet you, Art. It's nice to finally, actually get the time to sit down and chat, and I'm gonna grip his arm as well.
By the way, you were doing some real cool stuff out there.
Yeah, it's nothing. He's gonna like very monotone, and kicking his feet again on the ground. It's like, yeah, it was pretty neat. You're pretty cool too.
Well, I didn't even have my gun.
You seem like a danger.
Nah, I'm just a man who's trying to help other people.
I relate to that.
Well, then you'll fit in well here at Mount Claw. Welcome in.
I appreciate it. Gotta help more people.
Anyways,
under my breath.
well, I'm not sleeping tonight, so y'all have a good one.
Yep, have a good sleep. Oh, damn it.
The character's too relatable to me, IRL. I don't like it.
Galen is very upset that he still just did that again for the second time today.
I'm gonna go up and just grab Trent.
Yeah. You grabbed
Like-
me for.
Yeah. All right. I got some shit to tell you that I've learned today.
Oh. Yeah. What do you want from me?
Well, basically, I would just take you to a bar and just tell you there everything I've talked to Gunther with.
Oh,
Unless there's
okay.
more to talk about there.
Understood.
This is fucking cool. I was like, basically, I was like, I grew up here. I'm more Ragnar than you are.
Always have been. And Trent's gonna slap him on the side of his shoulders. It's okay.
Fucking cool. Oh, how old are you? Do you know?
Oh, yeah. I'm 27.
Oh shit, I'm like 250 years older than you, kind of.
Yeah. Well, you see, I was just kind of born like 27 years ago. So.
Damn. So now I'm the senior Archon.
Yeah, you can be whatever you want to be honest. I mean, I'm just a man who's been named from people who he's been around. So, yeah, I might be the Archon warrior King Trent, but deep down I'm just Trent.
Deep down, Bard Diff.
Yeah.
Always Bard Diff. All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to take care of before the next morning?
I think I just need to see what weapons and armor and stuff that I can get my hands on to be armored up.
I think Winter's good for the night when he's talking about checking the barracks or mess hall or something for recruits. We'll do that next session.
We can do that next session, or we can do that right now if you would like. That is up to y'all.
Oh, it's almost 10:30.
That is very fair. If that is the case, we will go ahead and end session here for tonight, and we will introduce some new faces to the group next time.
Oh, yeah.
Excited.
Hell yeah.
Blake, I'm glad you could join us.
Sorry about that again.
Glad Galen's here.
Okay,
Yep, sorry.
okay.
I hope the Void Cube sub it was decent and it was done justice. I thought the goat ball rule seemed really fun, and I did my best to adapt that and make that a little more reasonable, because some of the things were just kind of like, the biggest thing for me was literally just like, man, some people are just gonna have super high athletics and acrobatics and just never get knocked off. So
Yeah.
let's just actually make it a rule to where if you get hit so many times, you're just done.
That's fair.
It was very fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, good.
I was I messaged you, but my character would have done so unbelievably well at that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Did
Absolutely.
Did you see his athletics?
Yes, that's why I asked you earlier. I was like, which character are you rolling with for tonight, just to make sure. I was just curious. Okay, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
That is where we'll pick up next time. Then next time we will be the new round of faces from Mount Claw is looking like Winter 6'8", Galen Corvus, and with Trent and Art staying behind, that is 2 slots that need to be filled from the new House Ragnar roster. So we will see as you guys have your new. I think Luffy put it the best to me, is like, man, this place is really just like become our Baldur's Gate 3 camp of like, leave your companions here when you're not playing them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I was gonna say it's a really good like home base feeling. Yeah. So yeah,
Gotta get a new name though. There's no more Claw.
We'll call it something. I still mount Claw.
The best comment I've heard in my life of anything, not even gaming related, is like when Ragnar took the L.
When Ragnar took the L.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Fuck. All right, well, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna do a quick outro and I'll raid out, and I will be right back. But I appreciate y'all. If nothing else, of course, I'll post in the I'll post stuff in the tavern channel. I'll post stuff in the scheduling channel. Blake, I'll get you set up with some extra gear from the armory, and I'll message that to you. And yeah, if you guys have any other questions, concerns, things that you would like to do before next session, please let me know. I appreciate you guys getting your getting sheets in, because I wasn't sure if we were going to need them for tonight or not, based on like who was playing what, and if we were going to be introducing them tonight or not. So I just like to be prepared. But other than that, yeah, no, I'm gonna pop out real quick, and I will be right back. And to anybody still watching, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys hanging out. We are going to raid out. I'll probably send you guys over to... Let's have a look. Is anybody doing anything D&D related? Dread is, and that's pretty good. Well, we've done them not too long ago. Let's see. Can we get someone different? We'll send you guys over to Eureka. I haven't raided them in a minute. They're always a good time. Should be perfectly fine. Actually, we could do someone different. It looks like this person's doing D&D. Hold on. The Nightmares We Undo. Fungi in the Swamp. Looks like they just went live, too. No, let's send you guys over there. Screw it. New D&D friends. Sounds like fun. Alright, but yeah, I'll send you guys over to Nero Napier here. Have fun. Hope to see you guys in a couple weeks. I'll be back this Wednesday with Pokemon Crystal. Pretty late at night, probably about 1 a.m. Technically Thursday, but you know, you get the idea. Alright, appreciate you guys. Take it easy. Go show them some love.